Yep.
Hello, everybody.
Kitties. What?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's only been 27 days and 22 hours since we last
Damn.
played.
It's been 22 days since we last played.
It's been. God, that's a good song now.
If you like the bare naked ladies, sure.
What? What's wrong with the bare naked ladies?
I'd like actual bare naked ladies and not the band. Sorry.
No.
That's an old joke, right?
Yeah.
No, I prefer Weird Al Yankovic's parody of that song.
Yes.
Jerry Springer.
All right. Well, previously, 27 days and 22 hours ago, the intrepid trio, had just successfully slain Brazima, the nightmare mistress, the prefect of all of Taldore. Not to be confused, the high prefect, who is one of the matrons of war, who's the mother matron of war, and a holder of the orb of Lolth. Unfortunately, that's not who you killed. You just went ahead and beheaded one of the strongest figures in all of Taldore. Definitely a top tier move, if I do say so myself.
It was a strategic move that we.
It was strategic, and the strategic part of it is we fucking did it. Fucking sent it, bud. So with that fight over, you guys were able to teleport out of there with the assistance of good old. Hold on. Sergeant Braxis. And last we left off, you guys were in a cold, dark teleportation ring inside the Vasselheim network. The grotto, as it's called. The underground recesses of Vasselheim that have now become Vasselheim itself. The room you find yourself in is one of the teleportation circle rooms. The one specifically that goes that used to go from Vasselheim, where you are, to Taldore. You can tell that the runes below your feet have been recarved and remade to have no destination but to be a receptacle. The cold, dark room around you, you're all exhausted beyond belief. The fight, running around, and the escape has completely zonked you of all energy. What would you like to do?
Need a fucking bed.
Yeah.
You gotta go to sleep.
Just gonna prop himself against the wall and just be, wow. To be honest, I didn't think we were ever gonna get back here. I thought that was it for us. Oh boy, I feel like I could sleep for a week. Oh.
I'm pretty sure I was dead there for a second. Braxis pipes up.
You were dead for longer than a second, bud. You were fucking gone.
Good to know. All right.
Yeah, I had nothing left. I couldn't bring it back.
Well, I survived, I believe.
Yeah, amazingly you did. So
yeah,
good on you, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, I need sleep. I need I think some booze would be nice. Yeah. And he just kind of gets up and like pats himself off and bid you to adieu. And
don't forget, you still owe me about a couple hundred gold for that simulacrum that got destroyed.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. He just fucking walks out. The flappity door it goes kind of like a saloon for some reason.
Mr. Kroava, somehow I think he's not going to pay me back on that one.
Yeah, I think you might as well just write that one off.
For a second, I thought you guys had each other's names, and I thought you were talking to yourself. I'm just, it's been a minute.
Been a minute.
You make a hand puppet yourself. Well, Mr. Kroava, I think it's like, yep.
Gee, Gray, what are we gonna do tonight? Sorry. No,
There's anything we do every day, brain. Try to take over the world.
but
Another
yeah,
throwback
I
for you.
am looking forward to a bed to where I don't have to listen to the various mumbles of people worshiping Loth over and over again. Yeah, that's kind of that stuff kind of like gets in your head after a while. You have to like you get used to saying things, and man,
Yeah. It becomes kind of like that white noise. Like you can't go to sleep without it anymore. It becomes like part of your day, you know?
yeah.
Kind of like in the real world, where like I think it's like Catholics will get into the habit of saying "you too" and "to you" to some things. Like,
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Because that's part of their thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You just get used to saying something. I, for one, will be glad to stop talking about the glory of Loth. Ugh.
Yeah, you seem to lean into that a lot. Like, I was starting to get concerned that you were actually turning.
kill him. He's a traitor.
Well, I guess I didn't. I never had a chance to bring this up, but in my youth, I was actually part of the clergy. Not for Loth, of course. Obviously, my Lord Bahamut is whom I worship, and I mean, interestingly enough, he also provided my abilities. But that was the path where I thought I was going to take back then, until all this shit happened. And while I was out there, I actually saw him. I saw Bahamut. Told
Oh,
me to
shit.
stop dying.
Are you sure it was him and not just, like, everyone around you?
No, it was, well, even if it was, a manifestation of him, or like, it felt like him. It felt like it was back when I was in the temple communing. There's just a specific feeling when you're being influenced by your deity. It is just a certain feeling.
Hey, you don't have to tell me.
He is one of the best gods to worship, though. Because he told me to stop dying, and then get the hell out of there. It was kind of an odd pep talk, but then I saw my mentor too. He was there as well, and the man who basically saved me from a life on the streets when I was a young boy.
Huh. Oh,
he told me to stop dying and to get the hell out of there too.
Well, I feel as if there's a common denominator in all this, Gray. Like, maybe you should stop dying and just get out of there.
Yeah, but my fight isn't over yet. I fought all these long years with one major goal in mind, and that was to one day liberate the temple of Bahamut that I was at, and I doubt I'll ever get that far because it was all the way in Nicodranus. But perhaps we can at least reduce some influence of Loth's somewhere where I can establish a new temple of Bahamut.
There's always hope. I mean, if shit hits a fan, you could always start your own little thing here.
I could. I'm not a big fan of the cold, though. I grew up in Nicodranus. It's very, very warm there, as well as right on the sea, and so it's a lovely town. If you like the smell of fish.
Dragonborns are now cold-blooded or warm-blooded.
He's cold-blooded. No, he's not cold-blooded, but I mean, if you grew up in Nicodranus, Well, it would be like you, Snacky, like spending all your time up in Canada. You know, like Nicodranus is kind of Florida-ish in their.
You say Nicodranus is the Florida of Taldori?
Climate-wise.
Next time you're in Nicodranus, you're gonna get attacked by the Nicodranus man.
Nicodranus man. God Christ.
Hey, Gray, why is that guy fighting an alligator?
Oh,
that's just Nicodranus man again.
Actually, if I'm gonna be honest, Stillbend is kind of Florida-ish because it's got the swamp. It's a peninsula. It's very ding 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 up there.
Is
so
it?
You know, yeah. From what I remember.
That's funny.
And you basically have California over on the other coast with
Amon is basically like the San Francisco, LA of Taldori.
LA. I'm like, oh, LA. Sorry. All right. So, what are you two doing? Are you attempting to do anything?
Kroava's kind of gotta get up, dust himself off, and kind of just, I'm gonna go and find my bed. And just kind of start heading off to where the barracks are or wherever he's been kind of situated, and he gonna get a long sleep.
Yo.
Yeah, Gray's gonna do the same.
Yeah, 1 hit point each, or 9 hit points and 1 hit point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So you guys get up, split ways, and start to walk down the halls of the grotto underneath Vasselheim, going to your respective abodes that have been afforded to you. Private rooms, of course. Split up. Let's see. We'll go with Kroava first because he's on top of the Discord call there. You start walking down the halls, and you've always kind of been in tune with nature, and you can you have this understanding of nature being a druid, but as you walk down the halls, you kind of just start having different senses of things, as if something's changed. You walk by a bar and you can start to feel the warmth and the happiness inside and the life that is there, more so. And then you go by a church and it's a different feeling. It's serene, it's calm, like it normally is, but it's kind of like you're walking through auras and different senses, something kind of like you're seeing and sensing other things now. And it just all seems kind of weird, so you start to pick up the pace and make your way towards your room. Are you doing anything before you just zonk out? You've got a nice kitchenette, dinner table.
At 9 hit points, no. I'm not going to risk starting a fire or some shit like that. Kroava's just going to kind of take off like his armor and everything that's just uncomfortable. He's just going to lie in the bed, and he's going to take kind of a couple of moments just to kind of contemplate kind of like where they've just came from, talking to the Bear King, the kind of like coming across those senses and trying to make sense of some of it, and then he's just gonna conk.
As you take off Skelebrug, it's not exactly uncomfortable to you. It quite literally feels like a second skin. You haven't really noticed it, but the more that you've worn it, the better it's become, the better it feels. as of right now, you could probably sleep in it and not lose, feel better than ever, and sleeping in it. Not that you're feeling forced to by any matter. It just it's comfortable. Feels like home to a sort. Um, but you do as you wish, and you take it off.
Yeah. That is why
Fine.
being my skitties.
Skivvies, no problem. You get down to the buck, and or is Krova a boxers to bed kind of guy, or just
What's
skivvies?
that?
Boxers?
Yeah, what are those?
Underwear?
Nope.
Underwear.
Nope,
You
don't
know
have
what
a
boxers
clue.
are?
Nope, no idea. What's underwear?
Oh, okay. Krova. This is Krova. Give me a second.
Oh, Chris.
Never mind.
You
Yeah.
creepy guy.
It just takes off his pants. He's got an skivvies under. Yeah. Not even like long johns either, because he doesn't know what that is.
Nope.
Nope. Buck naked, you fall into bed, and you don't even realize you're asleep. It kind of feels like you just hit the bed, and your consciousness continues on, but you are no longer awake. You are vividly dreaming as you go from the real world into this state. You are falling through blackness, darkness, and streams of light and particles that fall off of them are starting to stream past you as you shut your eyes and you open them again. You are now in a giant forest, a little bit swampy. Great big trees the size of skyscrapers surround you, kind of making a border, like a edge of the forest, and you are just in this giant clearing with smaller, normal-sized trees, and there is a giant gazebo that has two layers to it. That's circular completely, four entrances at each side, kind of gives it this open air feel. There's vinery, flowers, every kind of medicinal plant or herb you could ever think of or identify is just there. You look and you see more and more and more. And that aura again is just sitting there. It feels it reminds you of the calm you had during the fight that was bestowed to you by the Bear King's presence. It's just this serene, all-encompassing warmth as you get a feel of where it's going, and you kind of mindlessly just get up and walk into the gazebo. And inside is on a throne that doesn't really match the rest of the surroundings is a racially androgynous female, tall, almost 12, 15 foot tall, great big vine dress, and the biggest red auburn locks that you could have ever seen. And you try and focus on her face, and it seems kind of elvish, maybe, but then it kind of moves again, and it's changing. And she has just a serene smile on her face and says, "Hello. I don't mean to intrude on your sleep, but as things have it, I would feel it appropriate for us to talk. Would you care to have a seat?" And she opens her hand, and a seat full of a seat apparates out of vine and woods for you to sit.
Okay. Yeah. Rover will kind of give a gentle nod and take his seat.
You sit, and there's a bit of a silence, and Roll me a religion check for me.
Okay. While I'm doing that, I am dressed in this stream, aren't I?
Yes.
Right.
You're
okay
wearing Skillebrog.
Nope, that's cool. I just I went to sleep and I was naked. I don't want to be sitting there cutting my balls, just kind of, ma'am, hello.
However, Kroava would vision himself normally, like a cartoon, whatever cartoon would normally wear in every episode. That's kind of like the thing you would have on,
right?
Type of thing.
No, that's cool. Like
whatever your mental image of Kroava is.
Yeah, just in case it was one of the dreams, like where you have that dream where you go to school and you've not got your pants on. It's like, oh no. Right. So just
Kroava's always naked in my mind.
Religion check.
Do so with advantage.
Okay, I'll roll again. 10.
All right. Vines, auburn locks. It's all the hallmarks of all the sightings you've ever heard about for the Wild Mother, the goddess of Earth, Melora. You believe yourself to be standing in front of the person that the Bear King was beholden to in his afterlife, being a demigod of her domain. She pipes up after a couple seconds after you sit down and says, "Your benefactor, the Bear King, my closest champion and friend, has decided upon himself that he is unfortunately tired. This war that we found ourselves in against Lolth has drained him. It might not be known to you, but worship has power. It feeds us gods and divine folk to sustain ourselves. Lolth has made efforts even before the incident that you found yourselves in that catapulted yourself to now to undermine us, to dwindle our numbers, and we understand why now. The reason that she is so powerful is that she is stuck, anchored to the material plane, unlike us, behind the divine gates. I guess what I'm saying is we need someone on your side to take care of things that we cannot. This war has taken its toll on the Bear King, and he is unable to assist us anymore, and as such has decided to depart to whatever is next for beings like us. In his place, he has nominated you. You are, if you accept, to take up his mantle as the King of Bears and the hand of the earth. As she leaves the conversation open to you.
Will take kind of 1-2 seconds to kind of just like embrace that silence, and then he will stand up and sort of walk somewhat closer to kind of like, not as if like gone too close, he just kind of in like a,
you punch it.
yeah I say no, bitch. And he'll kind of go to like like the feet of the throne kind of thing, but like a few, like 6-7 feet back, and then he'll kind of go down to one knee, and he'll he will. Hold on, did I get back my sword? No, I did. I'm sure I did take back my Leramon sword.
This Kroava.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anything mechanical right now. You are able to do anything you wish.
Right. Okay. Right. He'll unsheath his Leramon blade and sort of hold it kind of with the point down to or on the floor, and without kind of making eye contact or like that, he'll keep his head bowed, and he'll just, do you believe that I am strong enough to fight this war for you?
You wouldn't be here if I didn't believe. As she stands up, she says, "Stand. You have never the reason to bow in my presence."
Yeah. Kroava will then kind of stand up and he will not clasp the sword, but he'll place the sword hand on the hilt on one side and then the blade within his other hand in that sort of presenting style, and he'll just say, then I give you my sword, I give you my body.
You don't exactly see it because your head is bowed, but she nods and lays a hand on your shoulder. She's gotten closer at this point, and it says, "I have no need for any of these, for they are your own, and you have the freedom and the strength and the will to do what is necessary." And then she puts her hand on the sword. "And this, I believe, has someone that is wanting to go free." As she puts her hand on the blade. Will you release it?
Oh, if she's trying to take it, then yeah.
All right, she does. She holds the sword in her hand and grabs the hilt, the handle, and just snaps it like a toothpick in half. And the blade and the hilt all start to shine, and light pours out as the soul of the angel that was within is released and sent back to his dwelling. This fantastic explosion of iridescent light. And then she hands you the sword back, completely reforged and in one piece. Instead of its light essence, the light manufacturing of it, it is now the handle is green as moss and is wrapped in vines, but as you put your hand on the hilt, it's soft as leather. Completely balanced. The blade itself is a dark forest green, and there are just these most elegant carvings along the blade like nothing you've ever seen before. You now possess, instead of Lyramon, the Blade of Earth. I shall make you a stat block whenever it becomes applicable, because this is bullshit I'm pulling off the top of my head, and I love it. And it is absolutely perfect. Whatever weapon you want it to be, I assume a great sword?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a great sword. The right length of the handle, right guard, as long as the blade as you need it to be, it feels impeccably balanced, incredibly light, and it feels like a perfect blade. As you go to look for Melora, she is gone and leaves you with the parting words. You have everything you need now. Not just the blade, but your power is... Sorry. Fuck. You have everything you need to do everything you need in order to find her. To find these orbs and destroy them. And as she ends her conversation with you, you are now standing in the gazebo of this... You would have to imagine some sort of plane of existence. And the throne is empty. The throne itself is a dark mahogany with bear furs that line the top. A gigantic white bear's head is stuffed and draped over the top like a trophy, and is carved elegantly and seems to call for you. Will you take your seat?
Yeah, I'll approach the seat and he'll like run his fingers along like the arm of the throne. I look at like the bear head and stuff like that, and then he'll turn his back to the chair as he then takes his seat again.
Yeah. You take your seat as the right hand of Melora. And that's where I'm going to leave you for now. And where you're going to move over to Zemann. The myth, the legend, the silver dragon. What are you doing? Oh, the blue dragon. I'm sorry. Wait, are you blue or silver?
Blue.
I keep forgetting. He's blue. Okay.
He's blue.
What color dragonborn? I forget.
Yeah, he's blue.
He's blue. Okay. What?
But he serves Bahamut. Bahamut is the silver dragon.
Okay.
Or is known as the silver.
Mm-hmm. What did you call yourself in the contest? I forgot. So the
Blue Avenger.
The blue, that okay, that's what I was confused there
It
for a
was so
second.
terrible.
It was God, it was awful.
And he did it on purpose too.
Mm-hmm. Reminiscing on...
Except he thought it was cool.
Yeah.
He'll never admit it though.
Mm-hmm. Reminiscing on the events of what literally happened within a 24-hour period, or a 48-hour, 72-hour period, is kind of mind-boggling to you. And as you start to walk past, your vision has always been troublesome ever since you've received your new sight. But something seems to spark differently now. You, after coming back from where you were and talking to your god, for lack of a better word, has kind of it's lined everything up inside of you, and you feel like you've been reset. Your vision is crisper, it's clearer, it's you're noticing that you can see farther than you ever could before. And not on top of that, your distinction about things. You seem to be able to sense things about spaces and people and places that you weren't able to before. Kind of like you don't know this, but Kroava was. It just auras and waves and elegant divine geometry. It just sticks out to you as you are making your way through the city to the HQ, to your barracks to get some shut eye. Again, like Trova did, you pass a bar and there is merriment and a warmth in your chest, a church to Ayun, and there's just this focused presence and this weight that's not heavy, but it's the feeling you get whenever you go to take a test. Not like anxiety, but the mental drive behind it to figure out the problems from your childhood. Or whenever you've been faced with an issue, you need to crack down on it. It's that same feeling. And several other different things as well. Is there anything special you would like to do, Gray, as you meander towards your home?
No, not particularly. Like he's gonna right now he's just gonna like brush this off as if uh
The high after the battle.
yeah, it's like a bit high of from being dead. Like he's not sure if he's seeing things right, and just like man, that really took it out of me, and so he'll just kind of like try and put a pin on that. He's like, I'll deal with that later, and and then and just like limp his way to a bed because that's all he can really think about right now. He really wants some rest.
You make your way into the barracks, up to the third floor, to your room. You walk inside, close the door behind you, and is just release. All the tension is just, it was so much. Being in the safety of your own in your own quarters, it's relieving to you. Yeah. Dining room, kitchenette, desk area, bedroom. Nothing but the bedroom is the destination, I assume.
Yeah, he's just beelining toward the bed and just so you can just fall into it and pass the fuck out.
All right. You make your way, and much like with Krova, you lop down into bed, and it is not even a realization until it's after that you are now dreaming. Leaving your physical body behind, it's like you fell through the back of the bottom of the bed and you are now in a dreamscape. Darkness with streamings of light coming up. You blink and you are now in a massive war camp. Silver banners, with the head of Bahamut emblazoned upon them. There are people walking around with arms and armor, even some people that you recognize that you swore were dead. It all kind of seems surreal and nothing's concrete here, but you feel a battle focus come upon yourself as you start to walk without actually knowing where you're going, but you're again like Kroava being pulled somewhere. The main tent, massive. If it was a building, it'd probably be 2 stories. But this is a single giant tent with silver banners at each side of the entrance, emblazoned with Bahamut upon the banners. What's something you want to say?
No, not at all.
Okay, sorry, I heard you pipe up, and I didn't know if that was
Oh,
actually me or something.
I just said, damn.
Yeah. You walk through and gaze upon a seat, a throne room, basically. A small audience chamber, more like, but on the seat is the person you saw before, not too long ago. Bahamut himself, standing. Not as big as he was, because with the size of the tent in the room, it'd be a bit weird, but it's more of a pseudo-human form. He looks like a giant person, but is just a dragon all over. And he says, I assure you, you are not dead.
Oh, that's a relief. If I had been brought back only to die in my sleep again, well,
Hmm.
that'd be pretty pathetic, I think.
It would, and I would disown you for that, but that's not why you're here. It has come to my attention, and the attention of the vast majority of the Divine Council, that we need a hand. People to operate for us in the material plane to take down Lolth. Everything that we have done here in the Divine Realms has gone sideways. She has sapped our ability to work by sapping our followers.
It's been
I'm
pretty
sure
rough
you...
these last 30 years or so.
Yes,
Well, time flows differently for you, I'm sure.
it does. Eternity and nothing at all. It's difficult for me to put into words. I
doubt my mortal self could even attempt to understand. So, no need, my lord. You don't have to. You don't have to explain.
Perhaps in time you will.
Well, yeah, sure. Once I'm no longer mortal.
Who's to say you're mortal now? I mean, I did bring you back to life. That does things to people. But
I
to get
guess.
down to brass tacks, or platinum tacks.
I see what you did there.
Bad joke. Your friend Kroava has been given a position among divinity,
Wait,
and the same
really?
should be. Yes,
He didn't even mention a word of that. Huh.
he probably didn't, because he didn't know. This is
Yeah.
happening at the same time.
Interesting.
Like I said, time flows differently here. I assure you, as you both went to sleep, this happened at the same time.
Hmm.
Like I said, weird. And the same shall be afforded to you. As he is her right hand, so shall you. I am in need of someone that can do what is needed, and you have proven that to me, time and time again. If you accept, you shall be given a place beside me on the material plane. you have everything it takes to do what is necessary. As he gestures to you, he assumes you will kneel. He waits for a response.
Oh, Gray was kneeling this whole time.
Okay, right. He awaits a response.
It's quite a tempting offer. It's and quite an honor that I honestly didn't expect. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'll be allowed to restore your temple and spend my time as the high priest there, though, right?
You shall be able to do whatever you wish in my name upon the mortal plane.
Ah,
Of course, keeping to my standards.
well, naturally. I've always done my best to adhere to what I was taught. Yes. Yes, my lord, of course. I would happily raise your banner and smite your enemies. As your enemies are also mine.
I bestowed upon you a gift when you first came to my service. Honor. May I? As he holds out a massive clawed hand to you.
And Gray will hold out his hand, and just thinking about it, honor will just appear. He will summon it basically into his hand, and it's been an old friend, a trusted companion.
And it has served those who have held the position well. Your predecessor, I'll say, passed before he was able to fully ascend back in the Age of Arcanum during the fights between us and the fights we found ourselves in now. Giving it to you was a hunch, and it has paid off tremendously. And you kind of watch as he holds it, and in his hands, it's no more than a toothpick to him. He can hold all of it in the palm of in his hand, and as he does, he breaks it. He snaps it in half, but it is not befitting your stature. As he discards it to the ground, he reaches up to his mouth and rips out one of his teeth. And with a roar, it comes loose. As he holds it in his hands, he squeezes it and holds his hand towards you, fist still closed.
Yeah, he'll reach both his hands out and hold it underneath the hand, anticipating.
He really opens his hand, and from out of it's another cane, but it is light as a feather. It is extraordinary in its craftsmanship. Much like Kroava was given, it is embroidered with a dragon's it's same quality as what he was given. You know what I mean? Still embroidered with a dragon's head on top. It is much like honor, but now it seems to be given new life as you now hold in your hand the long arm of the law. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wow. That's what I call it, huh?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah. the blade of justice, if you wish. As he sits back down and
The
says,
tooth of justice, perhaps?
he sits back down on the
Or we can just call it
throne.
justice.
Yes, justice, justice and honor. He says, "You have everything you need now. You shall be able to do everything you need in order to complete your adventures, to strike down the matrons and destroy the items they have. If you do so, the control and the grasp upon the whole of Exandria shall be lifted, and you and your friends shall know honor and grace, shall know honor and renown the world apart."
I've never wanted the renown for my own self, but they will know that a servant of Bahamut was the one to assist, and that will bring great honor to your name, and people will flock to the temple that I create in your name.
That's why I chose
It's
you.
glorious.
And that's why I chose you. You never sought greatness. And you understand it's not given. It's not taken, it's given. It doesn't matter what you do in my name, as long as it's what you want to do. No one is required to worship me, but they do. And I appreciate everything you have done for me.
Of course.
And you hear the wood of the seat groan as if being released. And you look up and you are completely alone. Blade in hand. You notice it's new construction. There is, looking a bit closer at it, you notice that the head of the cane has a bifurcation in it. There are two blades in one. Opening them both reveals two swords.
Oh shit.
On one side, in Draconic, justice. The other side, honor.
Damn.
As you close the blade, you feel a sense of you feel a pull towards the seat that your lord was just sitting in. Even when you entered,
I'm still like in this tent and Bahamut's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're alone.
Gray will stand up, kind of get his bearings a bit, grip the new cane sheath thing tightly, and proudly walk toward this seat that he feels is for him, and will sit upon it.
As you do, it feels proper. It feels right. You feel more empowered than you did. And with that, you'll sit there and just soak it in. And eventually you'll realize that both of you will realize that it is now morning. You are both in bed, gripping your new weapons. And you all feel different, more powerful, more elevated. Kroava and Gray, you are both now level 15.
Oh, we get 2 levels.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Divinity will do that to you. Um, in addition, there are certain boons that we will work out.
Yeah. Cool.
And other properties of your weapons that we can both get to among the week between now and the next game.
Yeah. We'll definitely need to discuss that.
But I think key amongst it for both of you, Gray, you now have blind sight out to 120 feet, and true sense and true sight within 60.
Oh shit! Awesome.
Kroava, you may now wild shape 4 times a day into any form. And you may utilize any CR0 stat block you wish as many times as you want per day. So any small rodent, anything tiny, tiny in size, like a rat, a rodent, a cat, anything, just unlimited.
Okay.
Damn, dude.
Okay.
I know. Fuck. Jesus.
Unlimited catness, man.
Yeah, unlimited cat. Unlimited cat. Yeah, I always hated how they just made it like 2 times a day. I'm like, that's kind of limited. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Sweet.
in addition, you guys are able to rearrange your levels however you wish if you feel like there's an imbalance there or anything like that. I would hope that you guys keep your current composition of class and subclass, but
I was gonna say, like, it might feel more appropriate for Gray to switch to cleric.
Full on cleric. We could definitely do something like that.
Something along those lines, or give him a couple of levels in cleric instead or something. We'll work on it because
we'll work it out.
That's what he wants, but like his power is gifted in a different way. So
yeah, we can come to some sort of compromise. So it's you're demigods now. It's fine. In addition, you guys aren't immortal, but you will no longer age.
Dang.
Yep. And I would say food and water is not necessary, but if it came down to the nitty gritty and you're thrown into a hole, you guys would probably last for like a couple months. So you're really gonna worry about that. But yeah, you guys are awake. You feel better than ever. You're free to move about the cabin.
Yeah, Gray is just gonna like look at his weapon and kind of like get a feel for it and just wow. That did happen, huh? And then he'll notice that his senses are just way more in tune.
A little bit off center. It's a little bit off center. It's what's the word I'm looking for? Disconcerting.
Because he's getting like far more information than before, and it's going up further. It's like if he's getting blind sense to 100 feet, 120 feet, like he'll be noticing like people walking like outside the room and notice and hearing their footsteps or sensing their footsteps and shit.
Yep.
Wow. And then true sense that lets you see
everything.
Everything normal as normal. Wow.
Yeah, you have basically able to see in any which way, not even physically possible. You just see everything within 60 feet of you from every direction.
Like right behind him and everything. Damn,
Mhm.
this is wow. I gotta get used to this. Holy crap! So he's got like compound eyes now, but doesn't. He just
Yeah.
can sense it all.
I mean, to be honest, it's kind of the same of how you saw before. There wasn't like edges,
Yeah.
but you could still sense everything around you to a certain degree, but it wasn't anything useful.
Right. So now it's like
One second.
it says, yeah, you just see it. Damn. I mean, I might go up warlock levels just because at level 15 I'll be able to get a level 8 spell.
Yeah.
Level 8 spells are pretty dope.
You could also just go full cleric and have level 8 spells. But
That is
that's
also true.
yeah.
That is also true.
War priests, man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I might have to go war priest for the melee bonuses because that's basically how he is.
Yeah.
Mm.
But let's not worry about that today.
No, won't worry about that today.
What are you two doing, Kroava? As you wake up and you sense around the room, you can quite literally feel the nature. Being underground, it's not everywhere, but it is still the earth, and you are definitively in tune with it.
Okay. Would Kroava had been made aware of the fact like his world shape is stymied and that he has the ability to have like the CR0 stuff and that? Like, would he have been made aware of that, or is that something that in the game he would have to discover?
No, that is something you're gonna innately know. You take a second as you sit up in bed and you your normal magic feels like a well within you, and your other abilities that you have limited uses on are more of the same. As you try and like sense how much magic for your wild shape is left, it feels like a empty infinite well that is 6 inches deep. An infinite well that is 6 inches deep, but just goes on for eternity. And then the harder forms to take feel doubled in size.
Okay. Well, if he is made like if he's gonna know, like if anybody was to come by his room, he'd probably just be sitting in his room, kind of going, and a badger, and a cat, and a frog, and just sitting flicking between different.
Get another invocation too.
And a cat.
Yeah.
And a golden retriever. And
Hey, everybody, come look at this. Look, I'm a deer.
That's a bit too big.
No, deer's a CR0.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any CR0 is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, no, I just distinctly looked up CR0 monsters.
Beasts.
Or beasts, yeah. So I've got like spider and weasel and scorpion and owl, or I know birthday ones, I can't fly yet. Hyena, jackal, goat. Can be a motherfucker.
Fox.
Goat.
A fox.
A fox isn't on my list.
Yeah, it is. It's there's a stat block for an Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden.
I might not be in the right one.
Maybe not.
That's
A piccolo, which is a monkey thing. Interesting. A rooster.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff.
A space hamster. A weasel.
But but yeah, it'll probably take some time just to kind of understand stuff and all that kind of stuff, and make sure that he's aware. And then he'll don his outfit. He'll take a moment to kind of hold the new blade and sort of just like swing it a few times in his room. Before
doing so kind of shakes the room. Like there's a lot more mass behind it than lets on.
Okay. But yeah, then he'll kind of like he'll sheath it and kind of just head out and try and find out what the next step is going to be, kind of thing. I don't know if he would actively go and try and find like Grey or somebody like that, but
just going to headquarters then.
Yeah, he'll probably just kind of go to headquarters and kind of like
no problem.
See if anybody else is kind of turned up.
Yeah. Walking through the city from the barracks or the headquarters is not incredibly far, but you do go kind of across like the main part of town. And you're feeling those auras again as you. Oh, did you both long rest?
No.
Not yet.
Yeah,
No.
please do so.
Gotcha.
See it on your character sheets there, and I'm like, that's all right.
Ooh, come on, where's my long rest? There it is.
I don't know. There you go.
And actually, after the long rest happens, I'm gonna have him cast a spell to put into the ring of spell storing.
Okay.
Because I used it, and I'm going to put a what should I put in there? I was just about to say Greater Restoration, but I'd still have to actually cast the spell with the materials, so that wouldn't work. I think honestly, just to cure wounds at level 5.
All right.
Put in there just because he didn't have an extra heal, and he really could have used it. So, so I'm gonna fill the ring with a cure wounds.
You got it. Yeah.
I do have to expend the spell slot, and then it'll be fine. There.
All good. All right. Kroava, as you make your way through town, again, you feel the auras that just follow people, and you start picking up on things like kind of like faith itself, who they're attached to. You like look at a dwarf that's coming by, and you can kind of like hear in the back of your head anvils and fires from a forge coming off of them, and just a sense of craftsmanship. And you look at around his neck, and there's a pendant that would align him to. God, hold on. Who am I talking about? Yeah, Moradin, the Allhammer.
Moradin the whole time.
Yeah, the god that had the angel that was stuck in Learman. That's the same deity. The angel was in service to Mord.
I thought it was the Stormlord.
Oh, was it? It was. Never mind. This guy is Moradin, but the angel.
Yeah. Mordin's different.
Yeah, Cord.
Cool.
And just like other things like that, you're starting to sense, just all these different things.
Yeah. Okay. I'll probably kind of in that moment embrace a little bit and just have a little like in that area, just have a bit more of a look around and see if like more individual, like because like before it was like I passed by the bar and it felt like an aura of a thing. Like I want to see if I can sense it in more like an individual state, like with this dude, kind of just like think about and see if like.
So you're gonna like concentrate on someone,
and
like a specific thing, or
not necessarily like proper like time. I see just like turn and see if I get a similar aura just from like a random other person, like that. Like I'm not really going to be too intense with it, but I just want to see if it's something that if it's only in like with that one is like the all hammer and stuff like that. Like, is it only a religious thing or a
oh,
thing
okay.
stuff
You
like
want to
that?
see if okay, yeah. I understand what you mean. You look around and you find someone that doesn't seem particularly of any faith. We'll say it looks like a bookish young man, brown scraggly hair and glasses with long like silver robes type of thing. Like not silver, it's more like a green and a blue, and he seems to be reading a book. And you just from afar, you kind of concentrate on him, and you get a middle line type of thing. Nothing particular, but not anything important. And you try and like mess with this feeling that you're getting, and you feel different things come through, like bits of information. Let's see, what kind of information about this guy would you be able to glean? He's content, but there's always that piece of darkness in the back of his mind, his own doubts, his own hatreds, his own anger that you would assume everyone would have, but it's more centered around the war and the state of the world, which is a feeling you kind of get from everyone. It coincides with that idea you've had about everyone else, this everyone just being kind of nervous about the war. But he seems interested in the book. There is a fixation in the back of his mind. He seems to be arcanely attuned. Like he has an interest in the arcane more so. And the book he's reading is just kind of like a you don't really know, you can't see the title, but you get like thoughts going through his head, and they're arcane, so you don't really understand anything that he's saying, but it seems magical, definitely. Something he's reading has to do with magic.
Okay.
So from that, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Insight. 22.
Damn. Um, from what you've gathered, this ability that you have, not all of it is honed in yet, but from what you can tell, people's souls are open to you. you're able to sense things about them more so doing with religion. But if you take a minute or a second or something like that, you can kind of like focus on someone, or even if you do it in passing, you can kind of like just peer into who they are, what they want, their fears, their wants, their needs, information about them, maybe if you're lucky.
Okay. Okay.
You have access to something that not a lot of people see, basically.
Yeah.
It's kind of like extreme intuition and empathy,
Yeah,
but on fucking steroids.
no shit. No fucking shit.
And Zim, if you were to try to the same thing, you would see that you have this ability as well.
Which ability? I missed it. I'm sorry.
The basically what Kroava's been doing, he was able to like kind of look at someone and like know their wants and their fears and their needs. If they're
Wow.
like religiously attuned,
Okay.
nothing concrete. It's all vague information,
Hmm.
but you're basically able to peer at people's souls, if that makes sense.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
Gray.
demigod
Yeah,
does.
Gray will also have left his room and just kind of like looking around, experiencing his newfound senses that he hasn't experienced since before he died the first time. And
I imagine.
like he wants to find Krova, but like right now he's a little overwhelmed and kind of hungry, so he's gonna be wandering like sort of on the way to like the mess hall to like get some food too.
All right, yeah. And it's strange. You try and like think about it and like where I need to find Krova. I need to talk to him. And there's kind of like a blip of a sense of where you should go, like someone of your rank is nearby, type of thing.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys can find each other. That's fine. That's good. I like that.
I can sense him. Fascinating.
You guys have a mini map.
Yeah, we got a mini-map. Sweet.
I can never look at them, but
Yeah, no, well, you're not Dox. Dox is the one that never looks at mini map. He gets lost.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. That's a fucking trap, man.
No, I think I am going to stay a warlock because at level 14 I get Searing Vengeance, which lets me come back to life if I have to make a death saving throw.
Just nigh unkillable. I love it.
Once per long rest, I can jump back, give myself to half my max health, and every creature of my choice within 30 feet takes radiant damage and are blinded until the end of the current turn. So called Searing Vengeance. So honestly, that sounds perfect. If I keep getting knocked out.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to the cafe, the cafeteria.
Yeah, the mess hall, wherever he's, so you can just go get some food, whatever's on there. Gray's never been particularly picky when it comes to food.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. You're able to go and get food. Nothing.
More for the comfort of it. Like I don't think at this point he realizes that he doesn't necessarily need it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you feel like this is good. Like you can eat.
Oh, I just remembered something. We took some strength damage from some of those shadows in our last battle. Like, now that we long rested, do we recover any of that?
Yeah, that's all fixed.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Good. Okay, now, fortunately for me, I only took 1 strength damage. So,
I took fucking 3.
Yeah, you took quite a bit. So my strength goes back up to 14. I didn't actually I did lose. I lost 1 modifier. I don't usually use my strength modifier, so.
Yeah.
But for Kroava, you do.
Yeah, I went for strength 20 to strength 17.
Yeah, it was fucking nasty, man.
Right, it was.
Good right.
Asshole.
Cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just remembered. So
Yeah, no, that's a good thing to fucking remember. That's I wish I was able to do temporary like strength damage or something like that, but I couldn't figure it out.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we can just write it down.
It's not as common in D&D as it is in, like, say, Pathfinder.
Yeah, 3.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Zim, you able to go get food?
Sweet.
It's good. It's great. Like, there's not you do notice that there's not the sense of urgency they usually have when it comes to well, being hungry or starving.
It's more habit eating in the morning than anything else.
Yeah, but you do note it.
Interesting. Also, at Warlock level 15, I basically get free invisibility. I wanted that free invisibility.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Gotta see him again.
All right. Yeah. So after that, you are just gonna go straight into the HQ to like kind of like wander around and find someone of importance.
Yeah. Like, because with the Kroava blip on his mini map, he'll probably notice that Kroava is kind of heading over that way too. So.
All right, yeah. The two of you about at the same time would make their way to the war room, the main bullpen of everything that's going on, and there are people there. Everyone's there, but it seems to be everyone's kind of more on edge and not exactly like afraid something's going to happen, but they're kind of like, okay, something's happened. You get the sense.
Gray will kind of like take a look at Kroava. Now, what does he sense when he tries that same thing at Kroava?
The gaze, okay, on Kroava. You connect with him and you get a rumbling of strength, followed by just the visage over him of the fucking beefiest bear you ever fucking saw. And just the steadfastest of a mountain.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're one tough son of a bitch, ain't you, Kroava? You're uglier than I thought you were, though.
Fuck you.
You see Sergeant Braxis is there too. He's kind of working through some paperwork and heading up like some sort of small project, a small task here, with a couple other people. Lady Alora is there as well.
Wow. Everybody seems a little serious in here. Looks like something new happened. We did just basically murder what's her tits at from Iman. So that was something. Phew. But Kroava here is now a champion of Lulth in the arena.
As the two of you talk off in the center, as you guys kind of like just walked in at the same time, you see a Lady Laura makes eye contact and she waves you over. As
So
she's at the main table, kind of talking to people, directing people, getting things done.
Yeah, Gray will kind of like grin to Kroava and obviously show that he was joking, and then just walk over to the table. And Gray has always like used his cane as sort of a way to like help him maneuver, but it doesn't look like he's using it to maneuver as heavily as before. Like he's still doing it because of habit, but it almost looks like he. Well, it's almost 2 hours. So I get it. Well, no. Yeah. So it just seems like he's not as dependent on his cane as he was before. And yeah, the old man just called me, so I will be right back.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, Kroava will follow in behind Gray and stab him in the back to show him that he didn't appreciate the joke.
Yeah, definitely. He's dead now. He's just dead. It's fine. Also, everyone else died. The whole world set on fire. It's fine.
That's what you get for making a joke.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and just take a quick 15-minute break, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's just me. I can put on a be right back screen.
Right. Take a quick 10-minute. We need more D&D in our D&D.
There we go. And we're back.
That's a
Hey,
old theme.
Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeons and Dragons. All right. Woohoo. You guys all walk into the war room. It's a bit of a hustle and bustle going on. Braxis is doing a thing off in the corner. And Lady Alora waves you over, and as you approach, she says, "Hello. Good morning, everyone. The word is that you two were successful in your attempts,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
much as we've.
Phew. It was something, man. Whew.
Yeah, the reports came in that well, surprisingly, the lines in the middle of the ocean, the battlefield, the war that the front that they've been putting up is kind of faltered, and it's given us a chance to attack and move them back, and we're making distance as she uh gestures to the war map in front of her. The front lines for the battle was mostly seafaring, and it used to look like this, straight down the sea.
Mhm.
But now in this location there is a push going this way, and the lines here have fallen back, are making the way back here to uh to regroup and go forward, and these lines here have kind of faltered and are going seaboard to reinforce Amon. So they're having half the line reinforce Amon and half the line retake the sea, as it were.
Okay.
Well, that looks like good news. I'm
Says,
glad that all that suffering we just went through uh, helped in our long run.
yes, taking the head off of a literal demon. We'll do that. The well, with Brazima gone, the network kind of fell apart, but the information that we're getting there, that is the leadership is somewhat in turmoil. Uh, People are infighting that is causing the current discrepancy in their tactics and forces, and giving us the ability to just move in. So, with all that going on,
I
it
suppose we did cause power vacuum, didn't we?
yes, and they tend to attempt to fill themselves quickly. But that matter aside, some information has reached me, and I've been able to decipher you guys told her about the information that you got from the Jin, right?
Yes, I'm sure we
We
did.
did talk about that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was like there was something way out here on the Blight Shore or something that we were supposed to look into, right?
Yeah, that's the current lead you have to getting information about the matron mothers, and that's basically the only lead you have as of right now, except for chopping off more heads of leaders. That's really the only thing you have going for yourselves. Is she specifically said everything that you need to fix the current situation, or something of that nature. What you seek is in Gorvelis, which is rumored, as far as Kroava knows, rumored to be a old site, like ruin of some sort from before the during the Age of Arcanum.
Yeah.
And so Laura says some information has reached me about your interest in Gorvelis, and it seemed to be some sort of holdfast for uh a lot of the different betrayer deities. And as of right now, with our request to the current dynasty, or what's left with it, the Bright Queen has sent a group to investigate, and They say it's mostly empty. There was no one there. They didn't venture inside. 'Cause they wanted to get the information back. That it was clear and there's no evidence of inhabitants, but from that, it seems like it's something that we should definitely investigate.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And it'll be a nice change from the last couple of missions we did, where we had to infiltrate a city. I think a good old fashioned ancient ruin exploration sounds like a nice change of pace.
Dungeon crawl, dungeon crawl.
I wasn't gonna call it a dungeon.
Yeah. The dungeon crawl guy.
We've done with the dragons. Now it's time for the dungeons.
Yeah. Well,
we did fight that one the young black dragon.
Yeah, we did that
Yeah.
at one time. I was a cow.
We convinced her to fuck off.
You were a cow.
You were a cow. That's right. Boo.
Yes.
What is this? What's the CR of a cow? Because you could totally be a cow like a bunch of times now.
I would say it's 0.
I think it might have been up a little bit. I think it was like a 0.15 or something like that.
Oh, maybe
Yeah, I think
or a quarter.
Yeah. Maybe something like that.
I was gonna say, man, like you could get infinite milk that way.
Oh God.
I mean, that is true. I'll give you that. Yeah, it's a 1-4, so it's a quarter for a cow.
Oh, never mind then. Yeah, you can't be you can't be a Q anytime you want.
Nope. No, I cannot.
Well, a coup is different from a cow. See, the cow is just like your standard spotted Holstein, whatever. But a coup, that's a Scottish Highland animal.
Okay.
They're different.
They're different. Okay.
They're different.
It's not a phase, man.
Q.
It's Q.
Or a cow, whatever. Okay.
All right. So with that, she says, with everything going on, the chaos there in the seas, I think teleportation to the to over into the Green Dynasty would be your best bet. As far as I understand it, both of you are residents of Persona, or were, or sorry, no, sorry, that's my mistake. The DM, not Lady Allure. Says, Kroava, I believe you're denizen of Persona once upon a time, correct?
Yes.
Well, good. I believe I would be able to teleport you there. As for getting there, of course, if you head towards the main castle there and just walk up to the front door, I'm sure that they'll know you're coming. As I've said, as much, you are most likely going to be coming that way to investigate the situation. So you should be warmly welcomed. And yeah, that's as far as I can tell. As for the actual war front over in the current dynasty, they've held the Ashkeeper Peaks for the most part. It is quite a bit of a hold that they have, but I don't believe that the fighting should come inward at any time.
So basically, we won't have to be watching our backs or anything like that. We don't have to worry so much about that.
Not from regular forces, but there's always insurgents and people to.
Well, yeah, obviously, that's what I meant.
Right.
Have to worry so much about that particular type of conflict.
I'm just marking on the maps. The black is the front of the war, where most of the fighting is happening. Just basically all along the Ashkeeper Peaks, and there's 2 points of current ingress to there, and then 3. There's the Rockguard Garrison, Ashguard Garrison, and the Southern Path there.
Okay.
Should be a fire giant hanging out right over there.
What?
I don't know, 30 years later.
Yeah.
He's still waiting for Kroava in his fight.
Yeah.
I said I'd wait for you.
I will remind you that was in a alternate reality.
I know. It's still pretty funny though.
It's hilarious. All right. With that, she will as for other news, some of the more religiously inclined in the city have, well, been told that the two of you have taken rank amongst them.
What?
You don't know what you're talking about.
No, guys, you're now fucking demigods or some shit.
I know.
Okay.
They're,
You're playing.
there's like, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
You were told this in your dream, remember?
Yes, Gray is saying this.
Oh, okay. Sorry. She says, yes, you, as far as I understand it, you've all been given not exactly demigod status, but you all been placed as their hands in the war.
I'm not sure who's spreading this information, but I certainly haven't brought any of that. Haven't told anybody that sort of thing. And
Well,
Gray will look over at Kroava, like accusingly. It's like, did Kroava blab about becoming the next Bear King? Like, hey everybody, I'm the fucking Bear King! Woo!
there's no to be fair, there is no bragging. That is literally who he is now.
Right, I know.
Okay. All right, cool.
No, like Gray is implying he doesn't know how that rumor got started because he didn't tell anybody. So
I know. Oh well, she did say that the religious figures in town have started saying this. So you assume there was like some sort of divine WhatsApp notice.
maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, these religious people that just can't stop fucking sharing their shit, man.
Well, they're inclined to believe whatever it is they like. I'm not.
So much
sort of
gossip in
but-
religion.
I know, right? if something like this were true, it's the sort of thing that they probably shouldn't just go around telling everybody about.
Yeah, so
If you get what I'm saying, Lady Laura.
I understand that, but I might have been loose of tongue about it, but it's not exactly that situation. It's been very hush hush as far as I've been told. But I mean you no ill will. It's
Not
I
at
wish
all.
to
We just don't
congratulate
know
you.
where spies are and the like.
Oh, if you're worried about that, we take great caution here.
Besides the fact that, some people may misinterpret what that sort of thing means.
yes.
I understand, but personally, though, congratulations.
Yeah, well, I am sure Gray as well. We appreciate your congratulations. We just feel like Brazima may have had the same idea of having a front and not having anyone that can infiltrate them. So when you've been in the midst of this, it's sometimes plays in the back of your mind that we may not know exactly who is within our ranks at all times, even with the best of intention. So,
Of
Exactly.
course. With that said, is there any objective that you hold here, or do you wish to teleport now, or anything you need to do?
Well, the only thing I really want to do is study the runes at the teleportation circle. I've picked up a type of spell that would allow me to teleport there, provided I'm on a different plane of existence.
Of course, that can be arranged for you, and there are records of other such rings if you wish to memorize those as well.
Oh yes, absolutely. If I could get them, in a book or something, and I'll study them in my spare time here.
Yeah. Um, so if you want, you would be able to go to the teleportation room, and you would be able to learn teleportation circles for Vasselheim, um, Oncorel, and Rosona.
Okay.
Vasselheim.
But again, plane shift only works if I'm in a different plane. But so if
Yeah.
say something happens and we get banished to another plane, I can get us out.
Right.
And what did you say, My Sharona?
Oncorel,
Oncorel.
Yeah,
which is the capital
Marquette.
of the Marquette.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I'm just gonna
They haven't actually gone there yet, as far as in
roll
campaign
on
3.
over here. And
I don't think they've gone there. Well, maybe they did go there.
I haven't
Rail.
I don't
really.
know.
I haven't.
They've spent
progressed.
most of the time in other cities.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
cool. Right,
I haven't watched it at all.
while Gray is going and doing that kind of study that I imagine is going to take him a little bit of time, Kroava is going to go to the little security shop hut like thing, and he's got to see if he can pick up some supplies, i.e. some health potions and shit, because shit is needed.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Gray was planning to just do his shopping in Rosanna.
Well, we don't know what's in Arizona, if there's anything kind of.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'd much rather at least get some stuff here that we can, and then we can always. We'll see what happens when we get there.
Yeah, double dip.
Yeah.
Dip here, dip there.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Dip, potato chip. All right, yeah. Kroava, you head over to the armory, and you are able to acquire. You're inquiring about potions?
Yeah, just like health potions, any potion that maybe be able to give us some benefits, like that they would have in their kind of their grasp. No, really would need anything super special, just stuff that they have. If they have stuff that can help us with like stealth or kind of attacking and shit, defense.
Yeah, no problem. You find you're able to acquire one superior healing potion.
One
superior? Yeah, 2 graders and 4 regular healing potions.
So, did you say 2?
2 graders.
Graders. Right.
4 regulars, 1 supreme.
Healing for regular.
I will put it in the bag of holding quick.
Opened up.
The superior grader. Okay. Superior grader regular. Or 4, 2 grader, 1 regular. All right, cool. You'll find that in cargo and crew.
Yep. Sweet.
Yep. Anything else you would wish to inquire about, item wise?
Don't really think so. I'm being honest. Yeah, I don't necessarily think so. I think just those, or if there is anything else that can help us with like stealth or anything like that, if they have any
Okay.
kind of trial potions that maybe they're running about, maybe a pen that shoots a dart or some shit, you
know. They can offer you like an assortment of smoke bombs, like a set of 12.
Yeah, I'll take them. Do they have any TNT again, or anything of that style? Like even just like even if it's just like smaller grenades or fire bombs or Molotovs and shit like that, it doesn't have to quite be TNT. Anything that will give us a bang, you know.
Yeah, you would be able to find like 4 sticks of dynamite.
Okay, yeah. If we can take that, I'll take that. 12 smoke bombs and 4 dynamite. Feel as if that seems a pretty good haul. Hold on. Right, we've got rope. I have rum, so we're covered on that basis. We've got a shovel, a little bag of sand.
Just a bag of sand.
Yeah.
Major dirt.
We've got our book. Okay, I don't feel as if we need anything else. Then we seem to have enough stuff that if we come across like a rope to get us doing up things, if we need to shovel to dig ourselves out of stuff, especially if we're going into a fucking ancient ruin.
Not a dungeon.
Right, hold on. I can cast the dark vision, right? And like we don't need to go and get like a fucking lantern or some shit like that to be able to see, do we? Like
no, I have blind sense, so
yeah, that's what blind sense is, isn't it? Right, that's cool then. Yeah, I think that's really it. Like, I'll obviously meet back up with Gray and kind of say to him what I've got. So if there's anything else that Gray wants to go, then we can always come back and grab if they've got it. So yeah, once I've kind of grabbed up that, I'll kind of like nod to the chap that kind of oversees everything, and I'll make my way probably to the teleportation, because I imagine that we were planning on going as soon as Gray is kind of done what he needs to do.
Yeah.
I'll follow my little blip.
All right. You take your mini map all the way to Gray. Gray, you've been led into the teleportation room, and over the course of like 10-20 minutes, you're able to memorize perfectly the 3 sets of runes that you've been given. It doesn't take too long. Like, it's not complicated that you would need to constantly go over them, but I believe the spell says you just have to spend like a few minutes, something like that, memorizing them.
It actually doesn't say. It just says if you know the sigil sequence of a circle, then the spell can take you there. It's just if you know. It doesn't say what it takes to memorize it.
All right, then yeah.
Like teleportation spell, I think, has specific rules on it, but plane shift does not.
Yeah, you're fine.
So like having the sigil sequence written in a book will probably also help, but maybe for security reasons they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't let you take like an actual copy of the runes anywhere. you're stuck memorizing it, which you can do in like it'll take like 20-30 minutes to do all that.
Sure.
Like, no,
Not
I
really
know we're not
concerned about
them,
it.
but all I will say is in campaign 2, I'm pretty sure they made it that it took Caleb like 10 minutes to be able to or to remember what the sigil looked like. So, like,
Yeah, and that's kind of what was going
Yeah.
on as well. So
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right. As the two of you reconnect, you're also reacquainted with Sergeant Praxis, who makes his way back down to the rest of y'all and says, good morning.
morning.
What up, Braxy?
He nods and says, so I'm to be told that we are going to Gorvelis or
Yeah.
Risona and then making our way there.
Yeah, indeed. We're gonna go check out some ancient ruins. So you're gonna join us, huh? Yeah, sounds like fun, huh?
Yeah, I'll give you some backup as much as I can. How how'd you guys sleep? I've heard some.
Nothing
Yeah,
exciting.
feeling pretty good. It was a good rest. Yeah, I really needed it. That's for sure.
Right. Yeah, I was just informed of what happened, and
Well, yeah, we went to bed and then we woke up. Like, I don't know why anybody needed to tell you that.
Can I say,
we
can
yeah.
Kroava sense if anything may have been thingied onto Braxis in a similar
like
way?
something happened.
Yeah, because
something happened
Braxis
to
was
Braxis?
technically with us. Like,
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you guys are able to. You can, Krova, if you want to helm this, you can go ahead and give me a insight check.
insight check. 21.
All right. Nice. Damn. All right. 18 on the dice. That's pretty good. Let's see here. You take a second to ascertain deeper within his psyche or his soul, as it were, and that his exterior it feels like a wall more than anything. He has this strong outer surface, but inside his self, his psyche is whatever you want to call it. Um, he's known pain, he's known anger and sorrow. You kind of almost touch upon his memories, and there are flashes of chains and dark cells and pain just associated with all of it. And it's kind of repressed, it's tucked down and kept tight. As for him himself, like anything in particular with the rest of you, like something you share, um, and it's funny. You kind of focused on that arcane guy earlier, and you felt how everything he did, the arcane stuff he did, worked, and you see similar things here. Like you get a feel that he's magic. He's magical. He's a wizard. He can cast spells, the same as the other guy. But there's something unchained about it, unhinged. Like he is operating at magic plus levels more so than you feel he was. Like this is new to him. Like he wasn't divinely gifted a status, but it seems he was imparted some sort of ancient knowledge, and in accordance has leveled up with the rest of you guys, um just to keep the same level mechanically.
Sure.
Um, But yeah, there's something different with him. It's not necessarily divine in nature, but it is
Okay.
interesting.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess it remains to be seen just how this newfound ability will affect us.
Yes, I am. Some things happen to me too. Don't exactly understand it, but it seems we're operating with different rules now.
Wow. Anything to help balance the scales. Things were
Uh,
kind of uh,
fuck you.
stacked against us in the, a bit much there.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, shall we go?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, all right. And he puts his hands together, and there is a dispersion of salt, like a wave of salt that just kind of ebbs out from his feet and forms a circle, and you guys are all teleported via the teleport spell. I assume you are all willing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm staying.
I stay. um, and in a blink, bright instant, your whole body is subsumed in a flash of light, and you guys find yourselves uh, sitting on the top of your inner room, and that is it's a cobble floor with a arcane teleportation circle around you, and it seems to be some sort of library. There is massive stained glass all the way around the room. Like there's like four different like big bay windows in this office. It's barely any floor, any wall, actual wall. It's all bookshelf, 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 giant ass glazed stash, stained glass window, so and so forth for the whole room. And there are stairs heading downwards. And Bryce says, "Ah, we made it. The This is just one of the teleportation towers that they have in Rosona. If I am correct," and he walks out to the window and looks around. Yes, we are just outside one of the. We are at the. God damn it! What's that place called? Fuck. We're actually moving, and now I have to remember things. Do 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 do. We're just outside the Lucidian Bastion in the Marble Tomes Conservatory. If we make our way down, we should be able to reconvene and go towards the Bastion and have a meeting with the Bright Queen.
Very well.
Suppose if we're wandering around in her city, we ought to meet her.
Right. After y'all.
Right,
Mhm.
right. Gray will head out and not knowing where he's even going. He just starts walking in one direction.
Well, there's only really one way to. Yeah, there's only really one way to go.
Does it does it still look like the Rosona that Kroava remembers, or has it just been like decimated and shit?
You take a minute to look outside.
Yeah.
All right. You look out the window and you see the city that you are familiar with, Rosona. It has been 30 years.
Mhm.
The war itself hasn't really reached Rosona for the vast majority of that. It's only been I would say the past 5 years that they've had to hold the front or make active efforts to protect the homeland. As far as you've been informed.
Yeah.
So Arizona on the whole has kind of thrived oddly, not in like economical sense, but in more of the city being alive, people being there, and everything being more so normal for the most part. It's kind of like reminiscent of Vasselheim, where everything seems peaceful, but there's always that dark shadow of war looming over everything.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
But yeah, I mean it's different. Like there are new places and things in houses and districts that you can see. It seems that they have for the most part the ghost lands, the area beyond the walls where you knew Arizona to stop. They have built another wall. The city's been extended, and inside you can see there's mostly uh the wall itself is heavily fortified, the new outer wall. And the inside seems to be a lot of farm and agricultural centers. Farms, grain, wheat, everything. They seem to be trying to keep up with food demands
Right.
here. With everything going on, it's kind of hard to get food and everything else. But it looks like the Ghostlands have been cleared, and that there is a new district outside the city.
Okay.
Yeah. But it still seems like you still get the feeling that you know your way around.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. Apart from like just like you leave a city, come back, there's new shops and stuff like that that have replaced others. No, that's cool. Then I will follow Grey Braxis out and down.
Okay. All right. You guys make your way out of the marble tomes, and you're kind of on the lower south. You're on the left south side of the firmaments where the bastion is. So you guys continue to make your way in. Kroava, you know your way around, so you're able to make your way back to the Lucidian Bastion and to the front steps. Of course, you're stopped, and there's a tougher looking Minotaur man. Not Minotaur. What the hell? What's that race?
Centaur.
Centaur. Yeah, is that a race? That's the race, right?
I'm pretty sure that is the one, and yeah.
Yeah. A centaur. Standing post. Says, "Halt. What is your business here?"
Kroava will turn to Braxis.
Oh, and he'll say, "Oh, of course. We are here as emissaries from the Resistance to see the Bright Queen." The soldier looks you over and says, "Very well. Please come inside." And he leads you inside to not too far, takes you upstairs to a waiting area, and a little bit later, one of the fuck, this is a lot to remember. One of the Dusk Watch comes, who is one of the royal guards. It looks like to be a commander, and he's a drow individual, heavier build, bit of a tougher looking face, and says, "Hi. So I've been told you here to see the Bright Queen. We've been made aware of your rendezvous here, and you should be cleared to see her in just a little bit. I'm assuming Kroava, Greythas, and Sergeant Braxis, correct? Braxis nods.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, and may we ask of your name and title?
Yes, I'm Commander Runar.
It's a pleasure to fight the fight alongside you, sir.
He nods and yes, okay, of course. He says, the commander goes back to say, same to you. He nods and please make yourself at home. You'll be cleared to see her in just a little while. As he bows and takes his absence.
So while we're waiting, can I take a short rest?
Why?
I'm a warlock.
Oh, yeah,
used
sure, why not?
I used one of my spell slots, so for to fill the ring.
Sure.
Sure.
Whatever.
It's the meme, I know. Can I get a short rest?
No.
Right. I won't roll any. I don't need to roll any d8s. There we go.
All
I
right.
get my one. I only have 3 spell slots. Okay.
Sure. Not like you're gonna need any of them.
Yeah.
Or will you?
We're only going into
I
some
don't even get a
ancient
fourth
ruins.
until level 17. So
Yeah. All right. You guys are sitting for like maybe 20, 30 minutes before you are able to go and see her. Give me 1 second. Where is it? There it is. Sorry, let me just upload the file. It's the one that's just downloaded. There it is. Oh, it's in the desktop. That's why. Cool. Yeah. It takes maybe like 20, 30 minutes, but you are reacquainted with uh, Runar, and able to go and make your way up to the one of the top floors to a more private meeting area. It's not the full court that was introduced in campaign 2, but it is still more of a royal affair than anything else. It's a smaller short hall. As you walk in, you are greeted by the sight of 2 soldiers on your left and your right. Ruar stays outside, and you are gestured forward, and sitting on a higher platform is sitting in her royal attire, looking like this. There it is. Soul players. Is the Bright Queen, Laylis Kryn. She nods and gestures you forward. Drow in appearance. Still probably the same that she looked 30 years prior, just due to elven blood.
sure.
And nods and says, "Thank you all for coming. I understand you are here to investigate Gorvelis, which will, as I'm told, hopefully lead to the end of the threat that is facing us all."
Yeah, Gray will give a bow and say, "Yes, we believe so, Your Highness. We're not sure exactly what to expect, but yeah, we have a pretty good lead that will clue us in on finally ending this tyranny."
Understanding. I understand. I have been I've made preparations for for travel to be made there. You'll be given the uh, hold on. We have in our employ a couple of beast tamers who have managed to, in their years of expertise, acquire the use of a few griffins, and they are now serving as aerial support in the armies, but have been asked to come back and assist you in this matter. So in the morning, you will take flight and make your way to Gorvelis via flight. Told it shouldn't take longer than a few hours.
Hmm. Excellent. We appreciate your assistance.
Indeed. Assisting the both of you seems to be in all of our favors, as been told. You can tell that she's kind of uncomfortable with the idea of being asked and told to do things. As she understands that this is the best thing for everyone, she just is going along with it. It's
Fair
somewhat
enough.
evident. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
She also goes on to say, if there is anything of importance that you come across there, that it's not exactly connected with anything. We've been meaning to investigate Gorvelis for quite a while. It's left a mighty stain on our history, as it was a encampment for a few of the betrayer gods. We would behoove you to investigate anything untoward there. If you find anything interesting, um, make note of it, bring it back if you can, and we'll see proper recompense paid back for your efforts.
Yeah, we'll do the best we can.
I
I
appreciate
don't
it.
know a whole lot about Rosanna's history, unfortunately, so I wouldn't really know what to look for. But we got this egghead right over here who might be able to help. And he points over at Braxis.
I do happen to know a tad about your history, and I will look for anything in particular. I'm not astute. I'm not too astutely learned about your history, but I can do my best. As he nods, kind of uncomfortably.
Better than me. This is my first time in the dynasty.
Very
Never
well.
had the opportunity to travel back in the day.
Very well. If you if you will, I will take my leave, and I shall have. Of course, you are free to stay here in the bastion for the night until tomorrow, when you shall take flight. And any other preparations, if you need anything, you can contact the commander, Bruna, here. And she gestures to one of the guards standing next to you, and he pulls out a small sending stone.
Hmm.
The pair for that sending stone is for Captain Runa, and it shall be passed off to the Griffin Riders before the morning. So if you need anything from them or you have them leave, you can always call them back.
Hmm. All right. Thank you very much.
She stands up, gives a royal bow and curtsy, and makes her way out. And the rest of you are just are nicely asked to leave the hall.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gray will do so.
Yeah.
Ah, we actually would like to spend some time looking to see what kind of supplies we can buy in town, if that's all right with you guys. He'll say to
You
the
are,
guard
yeah, the
that I-
commander.
Yeah.
Yeah. You reconvene with Captain Ruinar and are able to convey this. He says, yes, of course. I will make preparations and see what kind of supplies. I'm assuming you're talking about healing potions, any magical kind of imbibements, any supplies I might be able to get my hands on. We already have a small supply of stuff set aside, ropes and torches,
Oh,
things like that, paper,
yeah, that's
pen,
definitely
anything
useful.
you could need, really. Adventurers packs, you know, general supplies. Basically that surmounts to what he's already prepared is basically like 4 adventurers packs type of thing.
Okay.
Dungeoneering packs or whatever they're called. But if you are in need of healing potions, things like that, I can inquire with the armory and have some supplies or anything specific you're looking for.
Well, for myself, perhaps a couple of healing potions. Other than that, there might be. I was looking. I would probably look for if I could find any like any diamond dust.
Oh,
I would need
yes.
some diamond dust,
Um, how
possibly
much?
even diamonds themselves. But if we can't find any diamonds themselves, diamond dust will work just fine.
I will inquire about any jewels we're able to procure, mainly diamonds. Um, very well. If you and Sergeant Braxis pipes up and says, "I am in need of some arcane supplies. I hope you might be able to help me with that." And the commander nods and says, we do have a supply of arcane items, and then we do have connections with the Marble Tomes Conservatory. I'm sure we can get you what you wish." And Braxis nods and says, "Thank you."
Yeah, I finally
Uh,
need to try to buy some damn diamond dust so I can at least use the potato restoration.
yeah. Um, and the commander does check in with you, Krova, to see if there's anything you are in need of.
Because I could have fixed your strength down had I had diamond dust to cast Spirit.
That's cool. Bro could be like, I need some potion of the alcoholic kind.
Oh, booze. Yes, of course.
Oh,
I can show you to the finest establishment in town.
Perfect.
maybe some javelins would be nice too.
Very well. If you wish to make a list, I will procure anything you need.
Sure.
Right. And then with that, he shows you out. And if you wish, he will escort any number of you to the best inn in town.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that, or we can just go to the sports goods store to get some javelins and stuff.
Oh, I had to stretch there. Oh, my back was a little. Whew.
But, yeah, no, like I'm good with going and grabbing supplies and stuff like that. There is one stop that I wish to make though, but again, I feel as if that I think it might be a wee bit out of the way, so I'll probably wait until we get back to Arizona or something like that.
All right. What were you trying to do?
I want to go back
Just
to
so
the
I know.
cave.
Oh
Oh man,
no!
But I don't know where he is.
that's true.
You
Yeah,
know
but
where it is.
No, I don't know where he is.
Oh yeah.
So like,
Yeah, the cave was like kind of like right over
yeah,
here.
the cave is tiny,
Mhm.
but like like
Woods.
that's a bit of a distance there.
Yeah, it is.
But-
I
I
think
would.
we determined it took like half a day or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget you do have free wild shapes, so you could turn into something that can travel.
I know, but
Uh,
that's a bit overkill. Just
all right.
no, it's cool. We can go and do all this, but like personally, before we leave this, what seems like a nice, lovely little
yeah.
place with a war, then just go and check in and see if it's even been used in the last 30 years.
Yeah. Wow, hyenas are fast.
Mhm.
50 feet. Jesus. Let's see. what else. Allow me.
Still more bounder.
Yeah. No, more bounders are actually several CR.
No, I didn't say make himself one. I said get one.
Oh yeah.
I'll just take one of the griffins. I'll just like commandeer it.
We got plenty of money. We can fucking rent one, man.
Yeah. No, that could all be for like a once we've thingied back for the ruins and all that kind of stuff.
Oh wow. More bounders can go 70 feet. Jesus.
Yeah, more bounders are fast little fuckers. They're like they're more efficient than horses.
Damn. Yeah, there's several ways for you to get there. I would say if you took a Moorbounder, Krova, you could get there and back in like takes half a day. I'd say it'd take like the better part of a day, like maybe like 6 hours, something like that, back and forth.
No, that's good. As I said, that could be for another time anyway.
Yeah, no problem.
No, we probably have to wait a day or two for the Griffin people to get back to Rosanna anyway. So,
well, they're gonna be there in the morning. They're getting ready to go in the morning. They're already there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gray didn't have anything particular to do other than shopping and just resting. So, if Krova wants to do that, Gray doesn't have a problem letting Krova do it, unless Krova is okay with Gray coming along.
No, I mean, I was just thinking that are we staying here for like a full day because we teleported here in the morning, so there's still like an entire day. Like I thought,
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I thought we were just kind of getting here and then we were going to make our way to Gorvelis. I didn't know we were spending a full day here.
Yeah, no, you can. Yeah, you had the full day. So if you wanted to, you could.
All our shit updated for the dungeon delving anyway, with our levels and our abilities.
Yeah.
And so might as well, use up some time so that for the next time we can have our shit together.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely gonna be fun. So yeah, Krova, if you wanted to, you could commandeer some more bounders from the palace and the bastion, and make your way to the cave.
No, I'm alright. I'd rather they kind of go about shopping and stuff like that on the lead up to this, and wait until once we've done that with a bit more a clearer mind.
I'll be honest. It's nothing. I mean, if you want to go look for magic item places and stuff, you could. But I really don't have anything special planned. To be honest, I'm kind of out of juice because I wanted to see where we went with this and everything. So
no, that's cool. I'm cool with it. I mean, to be honest, I'm cool with just then some shop, go and see if we can get some magical items because it's the first time in a while that we've had a place that we can actually go and get magical items, and then kind of finish early if you want, and start next week.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
we can definitely do some stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys make your way out of the Lucidian Bastion, the Lucid, the fucking place, the Lucid Bastion.
Oh, I still have Lyramon in my inventory, so we need to remove that.
And you are free to move about the city. You are specifically looking for.
They actually won't let me.
A place with magic items?
Yeah, magic items. We need to get some javelins. Probably go to some jewelry places and stuff like that and see if we can get extra diamonds anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of take in the sights.
Yeah. All right, you make your way out of the Lucid Bastion and start walking around the firmaments of Rossona. You haven't really been too much inside the firmaments because it's the more luxurious, higher learning place of Rossona there, Krova. So
you
really
saying I am not smart?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you haven't been here much because it's not your style. Mr. I like barfights.com.
But he has
Um,
16 intelligence.
yeah, I'm not saying he's dumb. That's not what I said. Fucking assholes. All right. Um, you start walking around, and there are, yeah, there's like jewelry stores and places like that, and you are able to acquire some nice raw jewels if you wish. Do you just enter the first one you see, or do you kind of like look for a nicer one?
We'll probably do some window shopping and see if we can see like Gray will have a wee bit more knowledge in the particular stones and stuff like that it requires. So Kroava will
Yeah.
kind of rely on him to kind of window shop and be like, oh, I can see some in their window of what this is what I'm kind of needing and and stuff like that.
No problem. No problem. Um, Also for you two, with your new senses, as you do walk through the city, there's kind of like this consistency there that's been not consistency, but there's the constant feeling an aura like of a specific religion that's dominating the area, and it just has this feeling of singing glass, like light, like a light otherworldly feel to it. Something not artificial, but it is simple in its elegance. It's like this feeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
But yeah, as you move about the city, you're able to find a suitable jewelry store. The name of it being um, Jewels of Glass. It's a small one-story building jewelry store that you're able to enter. It does look have a healthy supply of not just actual jewelry pieces, but raw gems and cut gems. Make your way inside.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Gray will go in.
Nice. You make your way inside, and there's a little ding, 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 ding as you walk in. And a behind the counter is a nicer looking gentleman, human, you would say. He's a bit, stouter of a human, but he's got a nice full beard, um, dark, rugged, darker hair, black mostly. And he has some glasses on that, are on the tip of his nose, and he's just thumbing through what seems to be like purchase logs and things like that. And he looks up and says, "Oh, hello. How can I assist you?"
Good day, sir. I see you got a pretty interesting set of stock here. I'm looking for a couple of gems and maybe another thing or two that you might have in stock.
Oh,
The most important thing I was wondering if you had any diamond dust available.
and he moves his glasses up his nose and says, yes, of course, I have a wonderful selection to be had. If you're looking for, I believe you said, cut gems and diamond dust."
Yep, diamond dust, and then there's one more specific request that I have afterward.
Oh, of course.
But first, I'd want to take care of the diamond dust and possibly diamonds if you have them.
Right. Am I correct in asking, assuming this is for more magical practices?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, for they're magical components that I'm looking for.
Of course. It's the main inquiry we have about diamond dust. I just wanted to confirm my thoughts. We do have a stock, and he looks under his counter and grabs a small inventory log and starts thumbing through it. Diamond dust, diamond dust. Yes. We should have quite a supply. I'd say I'd have roughly about 600 golds worth. Is it sufficient, or?
Absolutely, I'll take it all.
Ah, very well. And he closes his the inventory and puts it away and calls out and says, Renfrey, can you come here, please? And a nicer half elven female comes out and says, yes, father. And just basically relays that he wants to grab the whole supply of diamond dust, and she nods and goes and grabs it. While she's grabbing that, is there anything else you needed assistance with? I do have whole diamonds, of course. And he pulls out a small tray from under that was locked up under the counter and brings them out, and there's just a assortment of diamonds there. This is what we have that we're not currently using to be set aside for specific pieces or any custom orders that we have.
Sure. Hmm.
I
I'm
believe.
looking for ones of specific size. Do you have any worth 300 gold,
For magical
or maybe several that would
uses.
total to be 300? Because that's what that is what I specifically need.
Right, the magical equivalents. I would say he starts like piecing them apart and putting them into smaller groups. And then after a little bit of this, the diamond dust is brought out. She sets it aside, and uh, the man thanks her, and she runs off to the back. Um, just makes small talk, but after a while, he has like I would say like 4 or 5 groups there, and then he does reach into his breast pocket and pull out some goggles, like some nice eyepieces, like that attach to his glasses, and he puts his. He's got that like constant thing where his glasses constantly like fall down his face, and he just pushes them back up, attaches them, and they seem to be enchanted a bit, and he just kind of like corrects the piles a little bit, and he says, uh, "It seems here I have, I'd say at least 3 groups of diamonds here worth 300 gold each." And as he puts the glasses away.
Okay, 900 for each, or
Mhm.
900 for the lot. I can do that.
Yes, you could do 1,500 for all of it because we have 6. Sorry, I said how much diamond dust?
It was 60 or 600. 600
600.
gold. So yeah, 1500.
Yeah. So 1,500 for the lot.
Sure, I can do that. Yeah, that'll be fine. So then
Very well.
uh, oops, crap. He'll put 150 platinum on the table.
All right. He'll take the gold and set it aside. And he
Out of my inventory.
does, yeah, he does take a quick look just to make sure it seems enough. Um, and puts it aside and he says, "Very well. Would you like for me to make up an invoice for receipts?"
No, that won't be necessary.
Okay.
Eh,
Well,
it's
at
not
least
business.
for right. At least for my benefit, may I get a name for the
Oh,
inquiry?
certainly. The name's Greythas Valmek.
Very well, very well. He writes that down, and that's with a VEL, correct?
AL, actually.
Of course, of course. It's the Nicodranian names are always a bit tough for me.
That's
And yes, I mean nothing by it. If you are in need of anything else, please do inquire here.
yes, actually. I was wondering. This one's a little
Oh,
stranger. I'm not sure if you have it. Again, as a spell component, but I am looking for a gilded flower.
a gilded
That's
flower,
worth at least 300 gold. Like a flower that's been gilded with a metal, copper, silver, perhaps.
um. I mainly deal in pre-made bands and chains and other jewelry that such. We do quite a bit of metalwork in town in shop, but something of that you would need like leaves of gold and copper and other materials. I do know of a maker in town that could help you.
All right. Then if you could direct me toward them,
Of course.
that would be wonderful.
Yes. And he gives you directions to a one Barnabas Gore. Ghor. Gore.
Yeah, I don't have a pen anymore.
Yeah,
I've
Barnabas.
looked at my pen and it disappeared. So, oh well. So I hope somebody's writing down what I'm buying.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and just put it in your inventory.
Yeah, because I was spent the last 5 minutes looking for my pen, and I think I took it out of my room.
Ah,
Whoopsie doodle.
What a loser.
Yeah.
fucking loser. Look at this guy. Diamond dust.
So it's like 600 gold worth of that, and then basically three diamonds of 300 gold a piece.
Yeah.
Probably not going to need them, but hey, you never know.
Yeah, it's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them.
That's true. I mean, I can bring you back from the dead.
Yeah. You
As
got
long
3
as you've been dead
sets.
for a minute or
Oh
less.
shit. You don't need that much.
No.
Uh,
But I mean, I don't have anything else in particular that I need to spend my money on. So might as well.
no, like what I mean is, third level, your sword is marked for endless battle. If a spell such as Red Dead has the sole effect of restoring you to life but not undeath, the caster doesn't need material components to cast the spell on you.
Yep.
You don't need shit from me, man.
Oh, well, it's for Braxis then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need that. He's gonna go down.
The dust. I need them in packs of 100 gold.
Yeah.
100 gold.
Wait.
You wrote 300 for the diamond dust.
Oh, I need. Sorry. Diamond dust. You have.
I have 600 gold total of diamond dust.
Oh, okay.
I take them out in 100. Yeah, 100 and 100 a piece.
Yeah. So you 6 100 sets, and you have 3 sets of 300 for the physical diamonds.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Where'd you see that, Chris?
It's my Warrior of the Gods that I got with my Barbarian 3rd level.
Oh, right, because you did special leveling. Yeah. I remember.
Oh,
I remember now.
So
yeah,
I can revive you without having used the spell components?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can revive him.
Just
That's
me.
awesome.
Yep.
I just don't have a spell slot, of course.
Yeah.
Praxis is just a fucking pleb.
Yeah. I just wanted another reason to fuck with
Squishy.
me having more chance of not dying.
Yeah, I'm moderately squishy.
Yeah.
HP wise. I actually have a decent armor class.
Yeah. Braxis does attempt to inquire about powdered ruby. Let's see, what does he have? He has no money. Right, he has no money.
We can give it to him.
Okay. He would inquire about 1,500 gold, 1,500 gold.
Jesus. He hasn't paid us back for the other shit that we.
Yeah, you're right. So if you don't give it to him, that's fine. He's understanding.
No, well, do you know what? Well, I will give you the 1,500, but hear me now. We do not owe you a fucking airship. It's done. It's over.
I can make that happen.
Yeah, that doesn't exist. Okay, right. I'll put out the 150 platinum. Yeah.
This one store only has, I'd say 400 golds worth of powdered ruby.
So is that 40 platinum?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right.
But just go ahead and take out the 150 because it'll take you maybe guys like an hour or so, but you could.
Yeah,
quite a few hours, but you can get it from the city.
No, that's cool then. That's cool.
Yeah. He is very thankful, and you will be getting a newly upgraded Braxis. Yeah, you'll be getting 2 level 15 Braxises with fun abilities.
I'll lean into Gray and go, hey, you know how expensive those airships is? We just got one for like $3,000. Like, fuck yeah.
Kind of lost.
Well, they're not exactly worth $3,000, but
no, I mean, like, we
it
just.
was stolen to begin with.
Yeah, we paid $3,000 worth of money to Braxis, and we don't have to buy a new one now, so. Catching!
All right. Anyways, yeah, you guys are able to find all the powdered ruby you need, all the diamonds, and then you are able to find the store that you were told, the A1 Barnabas Gore works at. You were told he was a gnomish individual, bit older, gray hair, and you are able to find the business you were told to go to, which is the Metal Thorn, which is also inside the firmaments. So upon finding the Gilded Thorn, you are able to enter in, and it's a bit of a nicer place. It's mainly focused on like clockwork contraptions, metal sculptures, things like that. There's all kinds of like miscellaneous things in here as well. And there is a small like supply of actual firearms as well.
Cool.
Yeah. Which as of now, Greythas, you would know, firearms are basically considered like higher end martial weapons. Like they're not everywhere, but you can get martial weapons if you have martial weapon proficiency as like a fighter or a paladin, like a main fighty class. You would know how to use a firearm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gray prefers to fight with the sword.
Yeah.
What kind of firearms?
There seems to be a longer style one. Unfortunately, Kroava, you don't know guns.
I'm proficient in martial weapons.
Right, but you were born before they became popular, so. And you were teleported 30 years into the future. So you don't know how to use them. But you are proficient with martial weapons. You wouldn't get the proficiency bonus to shoot firearms because you're not trained with them. Because they weren't part of your barbarian training.
All right, okay.
There were when
you actually 30, have to, I think, to be proficient in firearms.
What's up? What'd you say?
I think there's a feat that you have to take to be proficient. You go with like the gunslinger subclass for fighter or something like that.
Well, not in the canon that I'm using right now. The world's advanced enough that firearms are considered normal play in combat. Yeah. So if you were born in this era and trained professionally in like how to use weapons and stuff like that, you would know how to use firearms. But unfortunately, with Kroava, you're not able to because you were not trained as such. Unfortunately,
yeah, right. Yeah, that big old thing on your back is a lot better than one of these anyway.
Yeah, but if you are interested, Kroava, you can take a look at the guns.
Nah, if I can't use them, then I wouldn't even consider them as a way of actually fighting it.
Yeah, because if you think about it, the beginning of the game, you were like, how old?
Think I was like, I think in my thing. Wait a minute,
like 30 or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like, I was between 30 and 40. It doesn't quite say on my biography. My biography says I was 22, but that's definitely not.
Yeah,
I think I was about 27 or something like that. I think I'd put it down as.
Yeah. So 30 years ago, like that, firearms were still very scarce. Of course, you know what they are and how, kind of how they work, being a weapon.
We've been shot by one.
Yeah, you've definitely been shot and you've been around them, but you don't have any official training with them. Yeah, because when you grew up, it was probably during, I want to say you would have been born maybe maybe 10, 15 years before the events of Vox Machina, maybe something like that. I think like it's 10 years in between. No, wasn't it just a few years in between Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine? Something like that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You
I
would
think
have
it's 10. I think
10.
it's 10.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm beyond that anyway. Like, we're good.
All right. Cool. All right. Awesome. So you enter the shop and you peruse around, and eventually a older-looking gnomish individual pops up and says, "Oh, hello. How can I help you?"
Uh, Good day, good craftsman. You've got quite a shop here. I was looking for something specific, and I was told perhaps that you may be able to help me out.
No.
I am
Yeah.
looking for a gilded flower that's worth at least 300 gold. If you happen to
Ah.
have anything along those lines.
Well.
If you need to actually make one, I certainly don't have a problem paying a little bit of extra as well.
Well, let's see. Gilded flower. Uh, doesn't matter how much, what kind of flower it is. It's a gilded one.
Not just as long as it's a gilded flower and it's worth at least 300 gold.
All right. Let me take a look here. And he pulls out a small inventory book. Um, kind of flips through it a little bit and says, I believe I have all the materials necessary to make one. If you want to give me the day, come back tomorrow morning. I can have it ready for you.
All right, that's good enough because
All right.
we're gonna be heading out tomorrow morning, so I should be able to pick it up then. I
Very
will
well.
pay you, of course, ahead of time.
It's appreciated. It's appreciated. Total, if you need one for 300 gold specifically, manufacturing times and a rush job, it'd probably be about 375.
All right, that's fair. No
All
problem at
right.
all.
Very well.
He'll pop down 375 gold.
hmm he writes down a small pickup, like a
There we
pickup
go.
claim for you,
Sure.
with a corresponding like work order for it. So he just fills out a bit of information, gets your name, asks where you'll be staying, in case he needs to inquire with you any incidences.
Oh yeah. Where are we gonna be staying, Kroava?
You guys
I'm
have
not.
you have rooms at the Bastion.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. We have
very well.
rooms.
We'll be at the
Yeah.
Bastion.
The the Bastion, the
Yep.
the Lucid Bastion,
Yep.
the castle.
That
For
is
the
correct.
Well, okay then. Didn't know I was speaking to such well-to-do individuals. All right. And he continues writing down and finishes it. Breaks you off the pickup claim for it and hands it to you. And says, "Well, I will. If it's ready early, I'll send word. And if you need anything else, just let us know."
Yeah, it should be everything I need from you, good sir. I appreciate it.
Very
Have
well.
yourself a good evening or
Uh,
day. That's what he
yeah,
said. He said
as
day.
do as do you. And he nods and uh, puts away some paperwork and gets uh, rumbles off into the back.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
Chakroa, should we search for some potions and perhaps magic items?
Magic math.
Uh, yeah. We can have a little. We've got all day, so we can just peruse the.
This gilded flower is going to be very interesting if I get it to work. He kind of grins a little bit.
What spell is that for?
Summon Fae,
Summon Fae. Okay.
because I will get one more spell, and that I'm going to take that one. Having
Nice.
that shadow spawn demon helped out a little bit. So like I wanted to pick one that's a little more, because most of the warlock spells are more like dark and evil, and as a celestial, it's his Gray's not in that theme, but
Mhm.
so like Summon Fae is the only one that's more
Yeah.
not evil oriented. So
Makes sense. Makes sense.
and the
All right.
gilded flower does not get used up when you cast the spell. It's just part of the.
Yeah. All right.
So I can summon a little Fae spirit with like 50 HP to do some stuff.
All right. Nice.
They have some neat little tricks.
Cool. So you guys are interested in looking for a shop that sells magic items, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, potions
Cool.
and magic items. Because now that what I'm planning to do with Gray, that he can basically go invisible whenever he wants, his cloak of Elvenkind is not necessary anymore.
Hmm.
So he'll probably end up giving it to Braxis,
Okay.
to assist with hiding if he needs to, and then see if he can like pick up another just another magic item, because otherwise he's attuned to the maximum amount of item.
Right. Okay.
So he'll unattune to the cloak of Elvenkind.
All right.
We're gonna unattune that. Boop. And actually, he's gonna unequip that too. So that way I could free up anything interesting, or perhaps find some better bracers of defense. But they're pretty good. So. They give me a +2 to my AC.
All right. Let me see here.
But yeah, anything interesting that we can find that might help.
Right.
Give us a random assortment, perhaps.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just give me 1 second. All right, cool. You guys are able to go around town and start looking. And with the help of the commander, you are able to locate a small magic shop, a nicer looking magic shop. Still inside the firmaments, as where all the nicer things are. And you're looking to spend a little extra coin, so it's where you end up, and it's quite a spacious building, 2 stories, and you're able to walk inside. The name of the shop being Mezio's Magical Mysteries. And you walk through the door, and there's a nice, instead of like a ding 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 ding, there's a nice do 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 do, like a magical doorbell type of thing.
Sure.
And you make your way through, and there's a nice older looking elven individual, um, currently reading a book, uh, seated, and looks up and sees you enter and says, "Oh, hello. How may I assist you, young whippersnappers?"
Well, we're looking for some any sort of interesting magical items you might have, and if you have any magical healing potions as well, that would also be excellent.
Yes, of course, of course. As for magical items, I assume you're looking for things to assist you with adventuring. You seem the
Yes,
sorts.
that is
Of
correct.
course, of course, of course. I do have a selection of items. Um, let's see here. And he makes his way over to one of the counters here and pulls out 2 small stones. Give me 1 second. Mm, that one and that one. Okay. Um, yeah, he pulls out. That wouldn't work. Jesus, give me 1 second. Okay. He pulls out. What the fuck?
A flask that has unending liquor in it.
Yeah.
We got this from Taldore about 30 years ago. Somebody ordered it, never picked it up, and well, it kind of just made its way over here.
Probably burn the fucking shop down.
Yes, he pulls out a purple prism stone and a pale green prism, both in like glass topped cases with like a nice pillow on inside of it. And he opens both of them and sets them out and says, "These are both Ioun stones. They're very, very powerful magical items that assist you if you attune to them. This one here," and he points to the pale green one, is a Ioun stone of mastery. It helps you just be that little bit better at whatever you do, if you are already proficient in doing so. This one here, and he points to the purple one, and says, "This is a Ioun stone of reserve. It allows you to cast magical spells into it and store a few lower level spells inside of it. And you can use those whenever you would normally be able to cast those spells. So this is the Ioun Stone of Mastery and the Ioun Stone of Reserve. The Reserve can hold 3 levels worth of spells
That doesn't help me at all.
at any one time.
Grover
And
can
you,
use it, though.
yeah. And then there is the Ioun Stone of Mastery, which gives you a +1 to your proficiency.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. The Ioun Stone of Mastery is currently 11,000 gold. And the Iron Stone of Reserve is only 4,000.
Well, yeah, I don't have enough for either of those, so.
I don't have enough want for either of those.
Yeah. I only have 2,373 gold. So.
Oh shit! I forgot how much fucking money I gave you guys. Yeah. Overall, though, like they're like 6,000, 4,000. So if you wanted to, you could try and buy one of them.
Yeah.
Those
are fascinating objects, but unfortunately, they're not really what I need right now.
Well then, and he closes them and puts them back into the case, and you guys kind of notice that there's quite a bit of wording on this one case. And he says, "I have some enchanted weapons if you are interested in those."
I think I'm covered in that regard. Either of you guys want an enchanted weapon.
Well, Braxis looks up and says, no, I'm just I'm not one to use weapons." And he says, "Well," and the older gentleman says, "Well, I do have," and he pulls out a small bowler hat, and places it out, and says, "This is a hat of disguise. If you wear it," and he puts it on, and he activates the magical item. And he disguises himself as a copy of Kroava.
That's quite a trick.
Yeah. And using Kroava's make yourself, including look different until the spell ends. You can't change your body type, most of it changes. Yeah, guess it would do voice and stuff as well. So it's a full copy of Kroava sitting there and talking, and says, yes, this is how the magic item works." And he puts his hand on his head and pulls off the hat that wasn't there. And that hat materializes, and he places it on the back on the table.
Well, that would be useless for me. I already look like that.
You can disguise yourselves as using a spell. You just you make yourself look different. So I could make myself look like your either your friends here or just anyone that looks. Oop, hold on. Uh-oh. Child kidnapping in Duval County. Damn it, Duval. Get your shit together. Anyways, it kind of like explains the spell a little bit. You can make yourself look shorter, taller, any kind of humanoid you can think of. Same basic arrangement of limbs, so can't like do a cat or anything.
Again, pretty fascinating, but not anything in particular that I am interested in. What about you, Kroava? You can finally replace that silly hat on top of your head.
Kroava just gives you a death stare. Doesn't say anything. Just stares at you.
I always wondered about that hat. Like, it just seems.
Choose your
different
words wisely, little man.
It seems different from the rest of what you wear, so I was always wondering what was going on with that.
The hat stays on.
It's such a little hat compared to your outfit.
I don't mean to intrude, but I could enchant his hat. I could transfer the enchantments to that hat.
Very well look at Kroava. I mean, yeah, then you get to keep your favorite hat, I guess, and then it can do something. Aside from looking awesome? Question mark. he says question mark.
Yeah. For all of those, I could transfer the enchantment and the purchase of the magic item itself. I could do it for 1,200.
Again, it's another one of the things that like me personally has little to no want for. I can wild shape into something else and don't be me.
You can cast
this. That is a good point. That is a good point.
Yeah, the hat lets you cast disguise self at will. So you could cast that spell.
Instead of being an animal, you could like be a humanoid, right? Because like wild shape doesn't let you be humanoid.
Yeah, you can make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends, or you use an action to dismiss it. You can seem 1 foot shorter, taller. You can appear thin, fat, or in the between. You can't change your body type, so you must adopt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs. Otherwise, the extent of the illusion is up to you. People can make an investigation check against the spell save DC to identify you.
See, I was considering it up until you said that you can't change your like the body arrangement and stuff like that, where it's like, well, I can't think of too many situations where we're going to be in where I have to pretend to be a different person.
Yeah.
Right.
I was thinking the same thing, really.
Yeah, like I was genuinely like, I mean, that could come in handy because like it would have came in handy when we were trying to get through to Bazima. We could have disguised stealth as like the commit, but if we can't technically make me a different size and shit, then it's like, well, that kid takes away that. Then that was the only reason I would use that. So I appreciate the offer, but I feel as if it's not something that's required for where we're going and what we're doing.
I understand. I understand. Let me check and see if I have anything else. He pulls out several other items. Let's see here. What's this? He pulls out a small ring with almost cosmic-looking gems set inside of it, and it says, "This is a ring of shooting stars. It's a magical item. You can use it to cast a few spells, mainly some small cantrips, and then you are able to cast a bigger thing. Do you guys know what the ring of shooting stars does?
Vaguely. I know
Uh,
yeah, it lets you like you get a certain amount of spell points and you can use it up to like cast certain spells and
yeah.
then it charges so many points per dawn or something like that.
Yeah, you regain 1d6 charges daily at dawn. You can cast Fairy Fire for 1 charge, or you can expend 2 charges to make 1 to 4 3-foot diameters of spheres of lightning. The more you create, the less powerful they are. So it's 2d4, 2d6, 5d4, or 4d12. The more uh, damaging they are, the less spheres you make. So if you make more, they're weaker, and then you can kind of like move them around, and they shed light.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Question: Can
Mhm.
you be raging and or an animal when using this ring?
You are concentrating on it.
Right. So
No.
thank you very much, but unfortunately, where we're going, that does not mean that I can take.
Yeah.
All right.
Like that's the only thing with Kroava is the way I've built him. It negates an awful lot of magical shit.
Yeah. True.
And then he pulls out a maroon cape. That is finely knitted and well made. It is a cape of the Montebank.
Sorry.
Uh, once per dawn, you can use it to cast Dimension Door.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's
How
pretty handy.
much does that cost?
For this one, I could part for it for 4,000 gold.
Mm.
It looks a little tarnished on the sides.
4,000 gold.
As useful as that is, unfortunately, that's out of my price range. So that's good at that.
I do understand. Understandable. Um,
Do you have any healing potions then? Looks as though the magical items that you have available aren't really anything that we need right now. So
Oh, well, for potions and things of that nature, I do have several items available. And he has a supply of healing potions. He has one greater, one supreme healing potion, and 2 regulars.
And how much for all of them?
All of them. Give me a segundo, por favor.
yeah, if we have to pool our gold to get them all, then that's no problem. We'll just distribute them among ourselves.
Yeah. A supreme healing potion, a greater, and 2 regulars. Be hold on. I could part for all of it. For 550 gold.
Or about 500 gold.
Let's see what else you can what else you might want from me before we get to the nitty gritty of all of this. I do have a couple of the potions, consumable items, if you will.
All right. Hey, how about this? It's 500 gold, and I'll sell you this this cloak I have here. And he'll take off the cloak of Elvenkind and put it on the counter.
Okay.
This is a magical cloak that makes it easier for you to hide and for people to not notice you.
Did you? I don't know if you told the setting game if you were going to give that to Braxis or not.
He didn't say it in game.
Okay, you didn't say the game. Good.
Nope.
All right, cool. It's like, hey, Braxis, you can have this. Psych. He takes a look at it and he casts.
Invisible. He doesn't need it.
Yeah. He casts Identify on it and examines the item and says, "Well, I could probably give you about." He looks it over, about 200 gold for it.
All right then. How about I'll sell you this, and then you give us the potions for 300 gold.
Sounds fine to me.
All right then. Kroava, did you want to split the cost of these potions with me?
No, I've already got potions. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Then he also does, before we go to money and stuff, he does a few other potions for sale if you wish to take a look.
Sure.
Geez, what happened to my keyboard? All right, my keyboard is dead.
Do you have a pink potion? Just kidding.
My keyboard is dead.
Uh-oh.
Potions. Okay, here we go. He has a potion of growth, which is a cast enlarge reduce on something. It does the enlarge effect for 1d4 hours, no concentration needed. That one is 50 gold. He has a potion of cloud giant strength as well.
Oh wow.
And a potion of a potion of a potion of watchful rest.
Okay. And how much would the cloud giant and the watchful rest cost us?
Oh, I could part for the both of them for 600 gold.
Okay.
So we're at
I
900.
think they might be pretty useful to us, Sir Kroava.
Yeah.
The potion of watchful rest means magic can't put you to sleep for 8 hours, and you remain awake during a long rest and still gain its benefits.
So you could basically be on patrol for like the entire long rest and still get your long rest.
Yeah.
Right.
Increases your strength.
Yeah, it increases it to 27. Yeah, right. Well, what I would propose we do is, if you're going to pay the elven thing with it, and then it was 300 gold for the healing potions. If you want to pay that 300 plus your elven thing for the potions, I'll pay the 600 for these three.
Sure.
The growth, the watchful rest, and the thingy one.
The watchful rest and the cloud giant strength.
Yeah. Because again, I've got a bunch of stuff in the. I picked up like the greater healing, superior healing, and stuff like that in the bag of holding, so sure. I can take a bunch of them.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll buy the other potions for the 600 and.
Yeah, Gray will hand over the cloak of Elvenkind and 300 gold for the supreme, the greater, and then the 2 normal healing potions.
Yeah.
Cool.
So 60
That's 30
platinum
boop.
and 60 platinum.
And I don't think I can actually remove my. Oh, there I go. I can delete the item. I'll delete the Cloak of Elven. Boop.
Got my keyboard plugged in. Oh no, my mic it fell over.
I still can't delete Lyramon though. Oh, wait, no, I can. Weird. It wouldn't do that.
No, it's probably because your inventory was locked.
No, I didn't change
Oh?
anything. So
Okay.
I don't
All right,
know,
yeah.
weird.
So you the potions I will put into the bag of holding. You got 2 more regulars, 1 more greater, and a supreme. There we go. Import that. And then you got a potion of Cloud Giant Strength, Watchful Rest, and Growth.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Those are all in there. All right.
I'm not seeing
And
anything in the bag of holding.
go to Cargo and
Yeah.
Crew.
And how many just potions of healing extra did we get?
Potions of regular.
Yeah, or no,
healing?
it was we got a supreme one, and what was the other healing potion?
1 more greater.
Right, so that puts us to 3 greater.
No, 2 graders.
No, because we already had 2 graters, so we're at 3.
Did you? Oh god, it didn't say it didn't. For some reason, it didn't update it. For some reason,
I don't see any place that says Cargo and Crew.
on the bag of holding.
Yeah, no, the bag of holding just says player shit.
Oh no, go to special on the actor screen, actor tab.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. It expanded because I thought that Grey, Kroava, Shadow Spirit, and Zeal were in the special folder. Okay, never mind.
No.
My bad. All right, I got it now.
Yeah.
I'm an
You had
idiot.
4 healing potions earlier. You just got 2 more, so you're at 6. This wasn't actually editing stuff.
Oh, yeah, a ton of shit up in here.
Yeah.
Kroava could definitely use that potion of Cloud Giant Strength.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good thing to keep a hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grey doesn't use strength for most of his stuff, so like he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I believe a 27-inch. Yeah, I believe a 27-inch strength is
Is that a
fucking mental.
is that a plus 8 or a plus 7?
Well, I'm at 20 and I've got a plus 5
I think
mod.
27 is a plus 8.
Yeah.
Drink it and you'll find out.
Because 20 is plus 5.
Yeah.
The score of 20 is plus 5, and it goes up every 2.
Yeah, let me just see. I'll just augment your strength for a second. It is a plus 8.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, because it goes up 1 for every 2 in your score.
Yeah, that would be awesome for Kroava. You're gonna kick the shit out of stuff. You'll be much less likely to miss too.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys? Is that all you wanted to do here, or are you looking for any other magical items?
Krova's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I think the only thing that Kroava really wanted is a couple more javelins.
Okay, yeah, that's easy enough. You can go off and buy as many javelins as you wish.
I think we kind of said that 5 was the kind of push of I can carry 5. After that, it's starting to rip the arse a wee bit. So
Yeah.
I'll probably just pick up 5 javelin.
That'd be actually, don't even worry about that. They'll get them from the armory for free.
That's cool. I will just add them onto my sheet, and I will
and then,
equip.
He doesn't have to worry about ranged fighting. He's got Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. And then you can put. You'll be able to get 4 adventurers kits or something like that. Let me see. Let's do kits. Where? adventuring.
I've been carrying around this 10-pound iron pot for a while.
You never know when you're gonna get a need
Because
for
Gray can
my own
cook.
pot.
He's got cook's utensils, so he can actually like cook.
I have a fucking brewer's supplies. I've never brewed anything in my fucking puff. The only reason I got it is because like I can like detect poison or impurities in a drink and identify alcohol, and if I do a DC 20 I can ignore the effects of alcohol. That was the only reason I picked that shit up. So I could get drunk with the chance that I would not be drunk.
Yeah, a Dungeoneer's pack.
Dungeoneer's pack. Cool.
Yeah, you get 4 of those.
Sweet.
Yeah, so, my cook's utensils gives me knowledge of cooking techniques, so I can assess the social patterns involved in a culture's eating habits, and I could make medicine into a pleasing taste if it's bitter or sour. That's kind of cool. I can also make do with ingredients for scavenging to make it into a nourishing meal if we run out of food.
All right. So yeah, all those items for the 4 Dungeoneers packs have been already just broken up and dumped into there. So the individual items inside those packs are there.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I feel as if we've got a decent amount. We've still got a whole bunch of ropes. I feel as if we're in a pretty decent fucking position here to go not dungeoning.
Yeah. Not dungeoneering.
Nope.
Yep.
Not at all.
Nope. All right. Well, with that, you guys are gonna go back to the Lucid Bastion or get hammered as fuck.
I mean, again, we have a big day tomorrow, so we probably shouldn't get hammered as fuck. We'll probably just get hammered as balls.
Okay. All right. That sounds better. So instead of 10 rounds, it's 5 rounds. I got you.
Maybe 6 if the night's going well.
All right.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah, you're good. Being good little boys and girls. I like it.
Well, I mean, we gotta like fly on a griffin, so being hungover is definitely not gonna be helpful.
Oh yeah, no. Lots of turbulence would be very unpleasant. Yeah, you guys are able to make your way to the inn. It in the firmaments. It is pretty nice. Like it's a nice classy joint, but it's not like too snooty. It looks like that they still, they still fuck. They, fuck around and shit.
Yeah, it's Rosanna. Come on, man.
Yeah, a bit of a party place. And there is even a nicer sand pit there if one wishes to compete in fisticuffs.
Hold on. I believe I have a feat that I can finally use. Hold on.
A feat.
I'm pretty sure I have something that I can officially use now. Hold on, I need to try and remember.
Do you remember?
The problem is, so while Chris is looking this up, I am going to be really busy this week, so I don't know when I'm actually going to be able to get together to take care of some of this stuff. Snacky.
Okay, that's fine. Just keep in touch.
Maybe Saturday. I think Saturday. I'm clear.
Sorry. Kroava, are you talking about Echoes of Victory?
Yes. Like I'm within 100 miles of where I grew up.
30 years ago.
It doesn't matter. My name can still continue as being the most badass hero in Victory ever.
And he used to literally fight in this town.
Okay. Sure. I will say make a flat charisma check for me.
9.
9. Okay, I would say a couple of some of the longer lived patrons, like dwarves and gnomes and elves, would remember you like it was yesterday. Um, you might even remember a few of them. But the shorter lived individuals, unfortunately, would be kind of hazy on all that. But yeah, you are remembered. And you are just trying to like do what with that? Were you like trying to make some money?
No, I wasn't really making money, but like
Okay.
perhaps
Just
free
having fun.
alcohol and shit like that might be.
Oh yeah, okay. Sure. I wasn't even gonna worry about that. Like it pennies to you, literally. Like, you could probably drink everything that this bar has and still have a few gold left.
It's the principle of the matter. I have echoes of victory. I never got to use it because we were never within 100 fucking miles.
That's true. That's true.
You know what? You know what? You're right. You get to drink for free tonight.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And the only reason is one of the older dwarves there remembered you and was fond of your fights. And now he has made it big and wants to repay the offer. He has no idea why you look exactly the same as 30 years ago, but he doesn't care.
I'm a celebrity.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, he's a dwarf. Dwarves live like for like hundreds of years.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So that's what he would say to Kroava. Ah, maybe you got a little elvish blood in you, or maybe some dwarven blood.
Oh, to Kroava, yeah.
Yeah, to Kroava to explain why he still looks the same.
All right.
But yeah, I probably Crow will just kind of have some fun, tell some fun stories. Now that we're in a place that Kroava could actually get away with telling stories of his past battles because they happened right here. I remember back then when I threw a guy right out that window. Oh, it was so awesome.
Yeah. You do, and you tell stories all night if you wanted to. You're able to drink as much as you wish, and everyone, you are all able to have just a little bit of fun. Responsibly, of course.
Oh, yes.
Responsibly, of course. We drink responsibly in this house, young man. All right. And I think that's where we'll come to the end for today.
That feels like a good adequate place to stop, and then we can
we adventure tomorrow.
Do our
and
everything, and like I said, I may not be able to get back to you, Snacky, until like Saturday. I'm pretty busy.
Okay. On Saturday I get off at 4:00, so anytime you want to do that, just let me know.
Yeah, should be fine. I don't have anything specific going on, so
just try to remind me on Saturday. Send me a message like around.
I'll message.
Yeah. Because
I'm sure
if
I'll
not,
have time to like look through some stuff, but like when we actually get down to the actual details. Like,
and I get and I'll put in the Discord chat like what the mechanics of your basic boons that I outlined earlier are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that, I will say goodbye to everybody that's watching. Thank you for coming and joining in.
We love you.
So far, next week should be fine.
Yep.
I don't have anything going on next Sunday either. So.
Yes, and we will
hopefully.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
We will see you the next time we are here fighting the good fight. Good night.
Yes. Bye.